And welcome back to Frosty Faustings, number 15, Guilty Gear Strive, top 48 action. Going to go all the way down to top 8. I'm Maverick, joined by none other than the legendary Saki Sakura. How are you doing?
Hello, what's up? I'm doing really well. I'm extremely excited to see some of these Guilty Gear Strive matches. It has been a bloodfest out here. It is incredible the amount of world talent that is trying to get to that last final spot for Arc Revo. And well, let me tell you, some of these players are literally fighting it out. There's been a ton of upsets, which has been insane considering, again, that this is just the level of talent that's out here.
Yeah, it's 1,000+ people registered for this Guilty Gear Strive tournament at Frosty Faustings. And as you said, last Arc Revo stop, it's been just match after match of fighting tooth and nail to get to this point. But here we are at top 48. Those in this position are definitely looking to continue. If they're on the winner's side, you want to make that top 8 in winners. Like, you want to have that room because top 8 is going to be nothing but killers left. And speaking of killers, we got 2 coming up right now to play against one another, SQ versus Jonathan Tene.
That's right, legendary Ram player and legendary Zato player, both with equal merits. It is really just going to come down to if they know the player matchup rather than just that matchup.
Absolutely. I mean, both of these players are just tech monsters, right? SQ, she does so much for just the Ramlethal community at this point, you know, on her stream. Jonathan Tene the same with Zato, and here we go, game 1, first of 3 type of business, top 8, top 48 winners.
All right, already starting off really strong for SQ, gonna get that same jump coming in. There goes the swords, beautiful way to try to get out, but there goes the grab to stop and begin pressure. We know and love this pressure. Nice 2K into 2D from Ram.
Jonathan Tene trying to get away from that love. Valentine's Day, not just yet. I need a little bit more time.
Nice YRC there from SQ. Good burst to keep SQ in the corner. Jonathan Tene trying to do the 6P and trying to actually catch a jump slash there, but not going to be able to.
Oh, breaking the law into the PRC. Nice back throw. Going to be able to get a little bit of corner pressure here. I like this from Jonathan Tene, just reestablishing this pressure.
Yeah, this is really good pressure. Again, trying to do that 6P to catch a button there. There it goes, finally able to get something out of the sky. And here we go, look at this cross-up, just able to keep SQ in that corner, and it's practically burst safe. And that is definitely going to kill.
Absolutely. The homie's eating out here. Shark Week coming early for Jonathan Tene.
All right, really good strong start for Jonathan Tene, taking that first round. Once again, trying to do the 2K into the 2D, not going to be able to get SQ, having to be put into the corner and getting opened up by Dust. Yeah, has to use that burst. If not, it's almost going to be too scary. And there we go, Jonathan Tene going and bringing out Eddie. Once again, using the Dust setup to try to catch, and there it goes!
Only blocked for so long. SQ's stuck at the wall. Jonathan Tene gets the wall splat as well. Going to go through positive bonus, feeling fantastic about themselves in game 1.
Absolutely, and this is actually a great fast RC from SQ. Really good start here. Going to get the dash cancel going through. And once again, doing the far side, bringing out the wall. And there we go. We catch Jonathan Tene actually jumping and then going to get wall shattered as well.
Jonathan does have burst available, so
Ooh.
never mind. I'll talk about it in the next round. Don't worry about it. Stop signs just came out.
That's what we expect from an SQ Ram, right? You have that fast reversal move. It's practically scary on its own. And here we go, Jonathan Tene having actually able to corner. There goes a counter hit. Again, 6P trying to catch something out of there. Just has not been able to. Nice 2K, but still not going to be able to catch the backdash there. Jonathan Tene trying to get in right now, using the purple RC. And there we go.
I like this blocks from SQ. Finally finding a space here. Gets the counter hit, the Daro and the 2D knockdown. Close slash, staggering that pressure together. Knowing Jonathan don't got no DC on Zato.
This is a great way. Actually avoided the 6P off from the Rekka. And there goes an air grab. Beautiful into the fast red RC rather. And once again, Jonathan Tene has to get out of this corner. Actually sweeping into the ground and getting the cross up. And what a great 2S to boot.
Jonathan saying, right this way to game 2, please. Right this way. I really like Jonathan's adaptation in that set. The escapability of Jonathan Tene on Zato is unrivaled.
Yeah, this is a really strong look at how Zato can help manage against probably one of the best players with Ram, or against Ram. Beautiful 6P into the egg shield. And this is where we start seeing a very scary position. Again, you're going to have to hold that mix and either use burst or to try to get out of it. And this does lead into a burst from Jonathan Tene. Again, both players have meter here, so can work with it. Beautiful counter hit.
Oh, 6P caught the sword recovery. Jonathan taking full advantage.
Brings out the frog. Tries to jump in, able to open it with the jump dust, and a very solid game plan there from Jonathan.
Jonathan looking pretty clean against all of the options that SQ is throwing out. That 16 whip punish on the far slash, that's showing some heads-up gameplay. Nice backstep as well.
I love the call out on that throw too. Great backdash and fully punishing it too. Look at how this corner carry happens. Gonna go for the reset to get the jump hit, counter hit. And this is looking really tough right now for SQ. Gonna have to hold this pressure, find some way to start up the game plan again. And there it goes, having to force to use the burst. If not, that was going to be death.
Yeah, Jonathan wanted to finish this off, but SQ does burst to stay safe. Stepping back, send out the sword, nothing doing. Wait for it to come back. Wow, far slash punish. Don't worry about my sword, I'll go get it. It's right over there.
Oh, not gonna be able to use any meter, but still gets the wall shatter thanks to that overhead. Jonathan Tene using the blue RC, but still, watch those toes.
Oh, no burst available. Definitely dead with the super just to make sure. SQ staying alive, another duel 3.
Yeah, this is kind of like a slugfest. We're seeing a back and forth in between rounds. Jonathan Tene is just playing so solid, but SQ's also trying to make these adaptations just as fast. Great just block. Trying to actually block all of this from drill to the decal. There it goes into the sword for the wall shatter.
No blocks available for this one. All damage. Jonathan Tene looking nice and healthy, and with the burst, a full follow-up Shadow Kermit for the finish. A perfect episode for Jonathan Tene.
That is the first perfect for our top 48 for sure. And I mean, we see it. We're definitely having to go back to that character select screen and having to reset the mental. These are both seasoned competitors. Both are very good at the characters that they play. But we're definitely seeing that Jonathan Tene is just ready for SQ. And that says a lot because SQ's the lab monster.
Yes.
One of the best ones. And having to try to figure out that answer is so crucial here.
It's so important to be able to find not only just the answer, but the rhythm as well. And Jonathan Tene has done a great job of disrupting that. I like the move back to character select for SQ. Just take time, like you said, reset the mental, and then approach it fresh. Yes, you're down 0-2, but you still got these games to play and to be able to continue on.
Absolutely, and we'll be hopping right back into this match. This is a do or die situation for SQ, having to make that reset happen. A great jump in there for Jonathan Tene. We're gonna see this crush again, opening up, watching the toes, tried to actually do a burst bait, but not gonna be able to catch SQ with it.
That's how hit Jonathan with the burst aggressively. Back into the corner goes SQ.
Good defense from SQ, actually calling out, but no, just as I say that, there goes the jump dust and opening up. Again, SQ holding on to that burst as much as possible, goes for a grab, and that is all Jonathan Tene wrote there.
Match point for Jonathan Tene. SQ has the largest mountain to climb. Counter hit 2S, early burst there just to get the momentum back on your side.
Great, able to actually go for the sword and get the burst. Gonna be able to go for the stagger into the grab, tries to get the safe jump going. Jonathan Tene trying to get out of this corner, but SQ says not, but does get caught in a grab.
This could be terrible for SQ. Going up the AT field, trying to defend. Gets hit low. Jonathan Tene hammering away at the guard. Just needs a couple of taps to get that wall break.
Indeed, indeed. And also notice too that Jonathan Tene is resetting this on purpose to be able to get that full damage. With that overdrive, that's a hard knockdown situation. Jonathan Tene has enough meter to work with. SQ's the one with just enough meter, but not going to be able to really use it. Has to use it defensively. This is not looking good, and there it goes.
Oh, man, the claps from Eddie. It was like, yo, I just want to give my boy Zato, some love out here. So happy to be able to advance. Is Jonathan Tene rough match for SQ, but not out of it, right? So still has the loser side to be able to run through. Obviously a much more challenging road, but still possible. You never know what's going to happen here in Guilty Gear Strive, especially in a stacked bracket like this.
Oh, 100%. And again, we're definitely seeing that, like you mentioned, the goal is to try to get to top 8 on that winner's side because you're going to have a lot more games to work with. Not only that, you'll have that second chance to stay alive in the bracket. Everything has to count, regardless of how far you are along in the bracket. And we will be seeing, of course, SQ trying to make that run back, hopefully trying to get into top 8. But Jonathan Tene pretty much sitting comfortably. Also, again, just looking so clean and solid. It was very methodical on how he was trying to play against SQ. It's not easy to mix a player like SQ, the way that I was seeing.
As you said, lab monster SQ, right? So you have to really bring out some options either that she hasn't seen, or you're just disrupting the rhythm. I really like Jonathan Tene's early establishment of the 6P into the Ram neutral space game, because that immediately wipes out layer 1 off the table.
100%, yeah. Definitely a really good time. Great meter management as well, worked immensely. But let's go ahead and talk about our next match. This is going to be Razzo versus Latif. I was actually hearing before we hopped on to Top 48 the cheers for Razzo, so that was really cool to hear. As well as, I believe Latif is, what character?
Zato.
Zato, right?
Absolutely.
It was Zato, yeah.
Yes.
This is another Zato matchup, but against Leo. I'm almost a little concerned at how wild this is going to get with how Leo is.
It's going to get party started. Razzo is, she is not afraid to get wild on Leo Whitefang whatsoever, but Latif, I mean, considered the Zato in the world. Like, just a fantastic Guilty Gear player in general, storied Guilty Gear player throughout the multiple titles, and of course playing the Zato as we would expect. But again, never count Razzo out. Razzo, she just really got that grit. She also has the ability to just turn on the wild, right? And it works so well. And I'm excited to really see this matchup because I'm not sure I've seen them really go at it before.
Not so much against Latif. Definitely, I know from based on prior coverage on Razzo, she's just so well, like, composed. She uses, it's crazy to say this, but she controls the wild.
Yes.
And that's crazy because you would think, well, wait a minute, that's not supposed to be controlled, but she's able to be managed, and it's incredible on how she plays. So
it certainly is.
But then we have Latif, who's just this also methodical, just like Jonathan Tene, really focused, very much, you know, here's my answer for this, and very straight to the point. Yeah,
and the Eddie meter management is next level. So here we go, another top 48 winners match. This one will be Razzo versus Latif. Leo Whitefang versus Zato 1.
And there it goes. The crowd is cheering. If you're not here, then why aren't you cheering as well? But no worries. Those cheers go through the chat as well. And we're already seeing the projectile reflection from Latif.
Out, going to throw the fireball, but there it is, the rejection, sending it right back to sender. Getting the mix on is Latif. Razzo off to a rough start.
Razzo trying to actually get in. There it goes. There goes that counter hit jump in, but Latif using the burst to be able to gain that back, that spacing. Once again, Eddie's now out of the playing field, but there goes that counter hit just from pretty much on the edges of that hitbox.
Fingernail type of situation. Latif putting the hands together. Send out the homie to eat. Razzo on last legs for this round. Does have meter.
This was actually a great choice to use that overdrive, but what the jump dust on that dust, beating dust, and that is just a poke to stand boom.
Yeah, nice 5P there from Latif. Able to finish things off. Razzo showing signs of life. The 5K advancing on. We playing some NRS.
Indeed, indeed. Tried to go for the forward dust, but wouldn't be able to get it. Razzo trying to get out of here. That is definitely a cross-up. I saw Razzo's back kind of turn there in that minute. But there goes Latif trying to jump in, goes for the blue RC. Beautiful anti-air, and already setting out Eddie to come through.
Oh, great tech on the throw. BRC, the heavy flash kick. Berserker slash for the cross-up. Latif finally put on defense. Nice 5P interrupt again.
Very good knowledge as well as patience. I love the patience that Latif is showing. Great way to get the counter hit off of the flash kick. There's the first bait, and there you have it. Latif taking this first game.
I really like the fact that Razzo held burst.
Yes.
And that, I was like, yes, but again, of course, maybe went for a goal burst or something like that in that scenario, and Latif was heads up, able to block it, and that just goes to show you the cerebral game.
Yeah, Latif was almost like 2 steps ahead of Razzo in that instance. Tried to burst bait twice, got it the second time, so really good knowledge awareness of the meter resources. And also great use, too, of noticing that Eddie's still in recovery, and he's able to get those counter hits and make it count.
Trying to count to 1 at the moment just to even things up in the game, but have to put on an incredible defense. Gets opened up low. Stuck at the wall again. Latif, relentless.
And you can tell he's very much focused. There goes the blue RC, tries to get the side switch, but great grab there from Latif to counter Razzo's attempt on the wild side. There goes the double dust. A nice poke again, trying to catch that burst. Backing up just a little bit, going for the 6P.
From Razzo, recognizing that the fight might be coming out in the mix again. The tenderizer, softening up.
I love that Razzo's holding on to that burst. There's many times that Latif is looking for it, and that burst is going to be a crucial resource. There goes Latif using his burst, though.
Payday, gold burst activated. I got all kind of money, and I'm not spending it on rent, but Razzo is the IRS. We talking about taxes.
That does leave Razzo with positive tension. There goes the blue RC to try to counter, keeping it safe there. Razzo backing off, but getting caught by the drill. No, the sword whipping, and Eddie's now off the field for just a second.
This is Razzo's chance, though. There's the 2D. The Wild activated. The Leo 2D spotted in the Wild. National Geographic, get your cameras out.
Great way to come back from here. Nice jump in from Razzo. This is actually going to be a wall-breaking situation. Gets that full slam. And now we're going to see Razzo patiently going for the mix. Another grab from Latif to bring down Eddie and goes for the claps.
Applause coming through, but Latif spacing things out. Now recognizing Razzo has meter spent, the blue RC. Oh, the backstep is caught. This is going to be tough. Shout out. Whoa, turned around immediately.
Oh my gosh! And this is another wall-breaking situation for Latif. Both players have their burst. Razzo still holding on to it from the first round. There it goes, the counter hit. Latif trying to expect a burst from Razzo, but no, she's holding on to it. And all of this defense happening right now.
I think Razzo does have meter, but Eddie's just clapping away.
And
Loves this episode. Run it back.
Look how fast that tension bar is also going. It is going to be for Razzo right there.
Yo. The tension taxation. Latif says, yo, I'm international. I don't know what IRS is. I don't pay taxes here. It's gratuity free.
Razzo taking a little bit of a minute and going ahead and hopping right back in. This is, I think, probably the toughest matchup I've seen Razzo facing quite a bit. But a great air grab to start off the round. Gonna go ahead and try to keep up this pressure. Backs off just a little bit to force it. There goes the parry.
Yeah, great parry on the JS there. Latif, though, caught up heavy. Flash kick again, berserker slash for the back turn. Overhead connects. Here we go. Party City. Let me see it. Show him the jacket. All sides.
Look at these dash cancels in the middle of all of this. There goes the overdrive too. Is this? Yes, it does wall break for the kill.
I love this momentum from Razzo, and like you said, she's just letting the wild out. Let the Leo, let the hair down.
A great start here for Latif. Already bringing out Eddie, but there goes the flash kick. Not going to be able to bait it out and get hit by it. Oh my god, that counter hit actually hitting from the far reaches of that hitbox.
Trying to find a way back in. There's the burst to keep Latif in the corner. Big letters on the page. This just in, Shadow being destroyed.
What a great way to optimally break that wall as well from Razzo. There goes the projectile, great use of the 2P, but there goes the purple RC and just keeping Razzo in the air to continue a combo.
Latif does have burst available, so it's going to be interesting to see if he needs to use it, but instead, forget about burst. We're talking about tension. Overdrive going to be able to crack the screen. Positive bonus on the way.
Absolutely. That's also going to give just amount of tension to come back with, and Latif on potential set point here.
Winning that round with burst intact is a huge W for Latif.
100%. This is great for him. Razzo having to make this count. Gonna try to dash in. There goes a 5P, but not gonna be able to get any combo from it. There goes the jump dust.
Party time, baby. There's the bounce off the ground. Razzo activating the party helicopter. Overhead block. Latif, though, still stuck in that corner.
Ooh,
where you going?
Nah, you're getting grabbed here today. There goes the YRC to avoid getting hit by the dust. But
yeah!
Overdrive. No, Latif actually being able to block it, and that is gonna no counter hit off of the flash kick.
My goodness, Razzo getting away with one, but taking everything and the shimmy, the little bit of shake. Show me something, Razzo. Show me something.
Even Latif was looking at Razzo's like, I can't believe it. Like, what happened there? What happened? Why didn't I respond? But Razzo's staying alive.
Ooh, yeah, give me that. I'm hungry. I like birds.
There goes the flash kick of Punish with the command grab. Oh no, there was a gold burst attempt that's not going to even be close enough to hit.
But Razzo still will get burst back first compared to Latif, so
yes,
not a complete devastating loss. However, this is very bad for Razzo right now. Life depleted. Reset the Eddie, the super straight through. He said no. Lights on only, no shadows.
Very good response there. Able to not only be invincible to the sword, but getting the hard knockdown. And this is exactly where Razzo would want to be here. Getting the jump dust into the red RC. This is going to hurt quite a bit for Latif. And yep, first round goes to Razzo.
The helicopters are hovering.
Good start, round start here for Latif. Gonna try to get the wall break. Yep, there it goes.
I'm gonna have fight already, but trying to get in. Nice 6-speed defense from Latif. Shadow Kermit defending the skies as well. This is so tough. Look at the meter from Latif.
Oh, that was probably a 2D attempt, but no, the sword not being able to hit, and Eddie still with Zedediah actually right now.
Projectile clearly Reels gets hit by the 2S PRC effectively to move forward. Razzo going for the super this time. Latif saying not today. Still didn't go for anything, waiting for the whole thing to finish. The 2S, and now again, Latif on set point.
I was a little bit scared because even though we know that that is a punishable overdrive, especially on that last hit, Latif dropped the hit confirm, and that could have been very scary. But here we go, Razzo still with full bar of health and already starting up the vortex that is known as for Leo. There goes Latif going to the grab and actually getting the air-to-air.
Razzo does have burst available, but gonna have to do that after this wall break. But coming down, Latif advancing forward. Razzo with 50% tension.
This can be a good situation for Razzo. Blue RC to try to get it. Yup, there goes the jump counter hit, but not going to be able to get a hit confirmed from it.
That is the party starter button for Leo, that JS, but Razzo's going to have to look for another one, if possibly staying in this. I don't know. This might be done zone.
No, the tension, sorry, rather the guts are living for the king. Leo is still alive. Razzo's still trying to make this comeback happen.
Nice chance for the dance. Razzo throwing out projectiles, just trying to clear Eddie off of the screen. The meter is gaining. This would be the opportunity, but you see Latif hanging out, daring her to enter into that neutral space.
The thing is that Latif really does not have to overextend. It's really Razzo, but there goes the flash kick.
Oh, there's the first. That's step one. Razzo. Oh, Kermit from behind. The repeat episode. Latif answering Razzo's aggression and able to take it in for. What a match from that. That was getting mad close.
That was getting so close. The thing is that Leo's a character that is capable of making every damage count. So with the way Razzo plays, it could have happened. It could have been a very close situation, but I think Latif was very much upset at the fact that he let that sweep go and definitely didn't want to take any more risk against Razzo. But she is still alive. She'll just be heading to the loser side of things. So Razzo fans, don't worry. There's still a chance. I'm sure she'll be able to get through, no problem, while Latif will be coasting still onto the winner's side.
Yeah, protecting that winner's side life for sure. I'm trying to see that again. I want to see the run back of that one. That one's really good. But speaking of running it back, we're going to have another Leo coming up, MFCR. All
right, I'm going to be real with you. This is my Florida boy.
Go ahead,
okay?
do your thing.
This is my Florida boy, MFCR, just fresh off of the sponsorship with TampaNeverSleeps. Shout outs to them. Versus Zedediah. This is going to be interesting for sure. But again, another Leo player here on our midst. That we're going to be seeing quite a wild one as well.
Yeah, I was going to say MFCR is a little bit less on the control and more on the wild, but it works so well.
Yes.
Like this character fits MFCR to the T. Has been running Leo since Strive dropped, and doing so well with them. And I'm really excited to see them here on Top 48 winner's side. So here we go. TNS on the chest.
Yes.
Trying to lay Zedediah to rest for sure. But again, if you made it here to Top 48, you're no slouch, right? So you can't take anybody you're going up against for granted.
That is absolutely correct. You're gonna have to play practically perfect. You can't be dropping your hit confirms. You can't be doubting yourself. This is where a lot of people either make or break it depending on how they're comfortable in the matchup. Now, knowing MFCR, he is no stranger to this type of stress.
Yes.
Zedediah, I'm not too familiar on myself, but it might be interesting to see how he adapts.
Absolutely. If this is truly the Millia and not a button check, and you made it to Top 48 winners,
God bless.
A couple of hats off to you. You are living a very struggle lifestyle, and you're making it work. So I got nothing but respect. However, this matchup, I mean, it's all about the knockdowns for Millia. Like, you have to get those. You got to be able to lay the disc down and repeat. Now, some of the buffs have helped her out. She can steal corner now, which is so important. But again, that just puts emphasis on that knockdown.
Yeah, one thing that probably the Millia players are going to have to keep a lookout is, of course, that flash kick. That's where it's going to be a little bit dicey. It's the struggle of the mix coming through, but like you said, those knockdowns, you have to take advantage of them no matter what. But it looks like that Millia pick is indeed the pick.
Here we go.
So,
Listen, like I said, mad respect. I'm excited to see what Zedediah can do. However, MFCR, story loyal player, it's not an easy road. Love these intros, though. Let them rock.
I know, it's so cool. Not as cool as Exer, but just as cool.
I can respect that. I definitely can respect that. But here we go. Zedediah moving on through. Gets the JS. This is what you want to do. Name that tune. Lay the disc down. Let them know what you're listening to.
Great way to mix up. Goes for the hair car. And there we go. Tries to go for the overhead. Does get the grab. And here we go. Like we mentioned, this is where you want to be. Beautiful Rose into the winger.
Long hair, don't care, going over there.
Now, while it doesn't do a lot of damage, it does leave a hard knockdown state. Now, we do have MFCR going to go ahead and get the side switch for the grab, and this is where he's going to try to shine. Now that burst being used from Zedediah misses the flash kick completely.
Using that extra air action, but it's back turn time. Again, the reversal. Let's say get them shoes out of here. No, the parry! MFCR said, I knew you do that.
All right, using burst, this is going to be considered a hero burst given how low the health is, but there goes the air grab, gets the OTG, tries to poke through, and opens up Zedediah.
Might have been a hero burst, but that was no plot armor for Zedediah. MFCR taking first blood here.
Zedediah trying to find an opening, using the air mobility as much as possible, trying to go for 2K2D, but MFCR is not biting, does get the overhead into the dash cancel, and look at these side switch looking pretty solid, and this is where you are gonna have to be careful.
Does get the air mix though, the extra air action helping out, zipping back and forth, falling with the J8. However, MFCR just not getting hit by him, ate up the burst as well.
Great usage of the purple RC, does get hit by the 2K2D. Nice flash kick to stop the Rose.
Absolutely, Corsage being denied, prom is not for a couple more months, put that away.
One thing I'm noticing too is that MFCR caught it on the startup, so that's really important because usually Millia players get away with it a lot, but now that's a great matchup awareness for both MFCR and Zedediah to be a little bit more delayed on it.
Heavy flash kick answer from MFCR, denying Zedediah any types of pressure. You see the neutral space navigation from MFCR, just threatening the range with those swords. Great escape from the disc, but gets sucked back in. One of those songs you can't get out of your head.
Absolutely. And what a great pickup from the purple RC for Zedediah. Does get the corner, like you mentioned, that's one of the buffs that she's actually able to use, and does get the OTG with the hair car.
Okay, Zedediah, I see you out here. It's important to be able to establish that rhythm. Nice fade back, JS. And here we go, hair car into the corner. What's it going to be? Falling Maces, the concussion protocol activate.
Great usage. Going to be on positive tension right now after that wall break. Patiently waiting, but not too patient enough. Great defense, great poke to actually contest, and a patience too to avoid getting hit by the 2D.
Ooh, caught the back step as well in the winger for the finish. Zedediah saying, yo, I didn't just get here by mistake.
Also, good knowledge on the fact that MFCR still had burst. So using the overdrive to not only kill, but also stop any opportunity for MFCR to burst there.
So important to be able to recognize that. Zedediah starting off very quickly. MFCR all of a sudden seemingly on the back foot. Game 3 just begun, but it's been all Zedediah.
Ooh, that's going to be a good pickup, but MFCR has to use burst if he doesn't want to get wall broken. Good blocks, tries to go forward, but does get the counter hit off of the whiff grab.
Earn the burst there, does have meters there. Red RC to keep that pressure moving. Harlem Globetrotters combo.
Now, this is where it gets a little dicey, because even though Zedediah was able to continue this health deficit for MFCR, it takes less hits for MFCR to do this, and we're seeing that right now, because Millia is a glass cannon, and there you have it right there.
Yeah, ain't nobody trying to trade with Leo. Like,
nope.
You definitely, especially if you're playing Millia, you're gonna have to pick a different character for all of that business. But Zedediah is still staying active in the neutral space. However, MFCR seems to be able to figure some things out. There's a Berserker Slash. I love that. Just dashed away. I'm not going to do Berserker Slash again because you're going to go for a throw, so I'm going to shimmy.
Great great call out there from MFCR. Also trying to anti-air with that backdash, but not going to be able to. Zedediah does get the advantage, not going to continue with that hit confirm. There goes the overdrive, but into the vortex, and actually getting the overhead, forcing Zedediah to actually having to use the burst.
That pressure again. Late disc. I like it. The Mirage forward goes for the jump over, but the BRC, spiritual pressure out here from MFCR.
MFCR now does have burst, so can play around a little bit, but has to be careful. There goes the air grab. Great use. Meaty dust.
Yo.
MFCR said, I'm a meaty dust you.
Yo. Did he even have meter to cancel that? Yeah, that's
he didn't.
That's a layup player.
That is indeed a layup player. The Unga Bunga.
Even he's not looking around, he's like, yeah, I did it. I do it again.
Great just blocks too from Zedediah. The defense is definitely there. It's what happens afterwards. The mind games that MFCR is trying to establish here. And here goes the wall break.
Yeah, definitely good stuff from MFCR. And as a layup player, this is what you want. You want to come out the gates just making your opponent bleed, getting that pressure and the momentum going. Burst still available for Zedediah, but might want to hold on to that one.
There goes the Rose to go ahead and get the side switch. Brings on the pressure, tries to go for Moon Drive. There goes the grab, keeping MFCR in the corner. Dashes in. I think that was like 3 dashes in practically.
Absolutely 3 dashes. And MFCR said, I'm not going to react, but I will take that burst to go. Thank you very much.
Potential set point here for MFCR. Goes for the 6P. Tries to get the overhead, does do a stagger of 5 feet into the throw. There goes the overhead. You're getting mixed. This is Leo pressure. This is classic Leo into overdrive for the wall break and the hard knockdown.
That is a lot of red up there. Last chance for the dance effectively. Millia don't got no kind of guts whatsoever, but here comes the throw on the startup of the flash kick at that.
Yeah, Zedediah now finally getting a bar of meter, but this is definitely going to be death. No, MFCR not able to actually solidify it here.
Just a tap away. This is so difficult for Zedediah.
Oh, that's going to be a punish. Zedediah going to have to hit quite often and has no meter. Going to have to try to gain it back. There goes the counter hit.
No burst available. Going to be able to crack the wall too with the follow-up. No, decides to reset it. Blocked it up. Got the Berserker Slash blocked as well. Oh, the back turn as MFCR. Your boys from Florida is moving on.
Yes, indeed. And that was a really good Millia. It's just MFCR knew the matchup very, very well too. Also, we have to kind of keep in mind that MFCR was great with the meter resources, whereas Zedediah had to use meter, didn't have enough time to actually get the either positive tension or any more meter. Like even in that last interaction, it was almost impossible to make the comeback unless you had that bar.
Yeah, it was so good from MFCR. And the burst points.
Yes.
MFCR would save burst for situations like, I'm not going to get put through the wall because I'm not going to give you more meter, right? So the burst points were so good from MFCR and the adaptation once again. So listen, this is Top 48 winners of Guilty Gear Strive. You are here for a reason and a purpose to qualify for Arc Revo. This is the last stop, and MFCR is continuing to move on with that tournament life nice and healthy. And speaking of healthy, we're going to be taking a little bit of a video break just to, refresh some water, get ready for the rest of this action, but we'll be back with more Guilty Gear Strive action in just a bit. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back, everyone, to our Guilty Gear Strive Top 8. Again, my name is Saki Sakura. Here's Maverick, and we have just been coming off some hype matches all the way to try to get to Top 8.
Yes, it has been incredible. Again, this is the last Arc Revo qualifier of the year before finals, so everybody's fighting for real, and the next match we have coming up is another big one. Big left over there with the TSM sponsorship, of course, and once again, Florida being represented in Aneema.
Yes! I love my Florida boys and my Florida players. They're playing out of their minds. We were just talking about this earlier during the break. This is going to be, of course, actually not Zato, as many people were going to probably expect knowing Leffen's player history. But actually Happy Chaos and Aneema, who's usually a Testament / Ram player, but will probably playing Ram in this matchup.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you already know the struggle bus if you're going up against Happy Chaos. So
100%.
Pick the best thing you got to fight against the gun, because the shots are coming. You got to be ready.
Absolutely. Aneema taking those deep breaths, and Leffen also getting pumped up as we're going to be hopping into this match. Oh man, this is gonna be quite the battle of the top tiers, let me tell you.
Oh yeah, this is an Olympus battle. This is like Zeus and Ares like throwing down. Like us mortals are just like, man, there's thunder in the skies. What's going on?
Right, there we go, already opening up and forcing Aneema having to use that burst, because if not, you're gonna get shot a couple of times.
Yeah, check for bullet holes because Leffen is trying to use all of them. There's the pop-up again. We're going to carry him. Check out this cool gun. One bullet left. I like this aggression from Aneema, recognizing Leffen is low on ammo.
Yep, indeed, as well as that has to go for the YRC. Actually getting the roll and then getting the reload, and this is just a little bit of a mixed city here. Leffen getting the forward slash and reloading to then get the wall shatter.
Positive bonus now. Aneema in a rough roll. Got to be careful with the whiffs. Yep, immediately with the gunshot. You see how he walking at him, getting close? Like, you're already shooting me, sir. You don't need to be that close.
Aneema trying to get, that was a 6P from the far reaches, and actually able to get, going to the dash cancel, but not going to be able to. Leffen responding accordingly, and actually catching Aneema's backdash. Tries to go for the dust, but the shots are still coming.
It's an escape plan from the game out of the corner. YRC, my turn, please. Leffen still with burst as well. The roll through Aneema. Guarding everything. Here we go. Paycheck time.
This is a great stick of butter right now that Aneema can take usage of, and this can do a lot of damage. Yep, going into the secondary overdrive and into the purple RC to get the fast cancel. A bit of an expensive one, but nonetheless.
Oh, shot. All on me. This round's on me.
That was a little bit of a weird interaction there from Leffen, but does get the counter hit on the shot. Oh, blue RC fast cancel, having to force Leffen to use his burst.
Out of bullets, though, the BRC, YRC, my turn, please. Nice block from Leffen. Wow, the just mental awareness of reading Aneema's tendencies already. That's game one.
Yes, that is game one. That was such a great call out to the YRC. Again, if you're not too familiar, YRCs are punishable if you're able to block them, but it takes a lot to be able to get that mental call out, like you said.
Yeah, it's definitely one that you just got to know the opponent. There's a Skyburst, nothing up there but damage. Leffen waiting for you on the way down, carrying him all the way to the wall.
Does get the roll and mixing Aneema up to get the wall shatter, and that is 2x Machina. Gonna shoot up and get the wall shatter.
Go, positive bonus once again, fade away orbs, the goosebumps activated, and Aneema not trying to read that chapter, but unfortunately, that's to say this on the curriculum.
Nice air-to-air, great catch too. Look at this pickup. Gonna get focus back, as well as gonna have the opportunity. Tries to go for a dust, but actually continuing the shot, and then still has time to shoot you X Machina.
I hate it. Every time I see 5D gunshot, I'm just like, why is this? Anyway, Leffen getting the pressure down, full bullets and concentration, letting them rock all the way to the wall, and here comes the double Glock.
That is gonna hurt Aneema. That is gonna be perfect, and even Aneema has to sit back and take a minute. Leffen is holding nothing back, as this has just been a continuous, like, he is ready to go through.
He is certainly ready and activated. Any and every mistake Aneema makes, Leffen is just pouncing all on top of them. Go back to the character select. Yeah, go ahead and change colors. Do whatever you need to do to get reset the mental, because this is a rough road.
Yeah, this is a very rough road. Not only that, that was a very fast 2-0 right now. So having to go back to character select is actually a good thing. Stops potentially the momentum that Leffen it was trying to go for. Even Aneema is like, okay, I gotta focus up. I gotta get ready. This is, I need to stay alive here.
Yeah, absolutely. This is fighting for winner side life. Leffen with the anti-air. Here we go. Gunshots activated. I'm gonna run at you. Going into the corner. Aneema in a lot of trouble already.
Yep, there goes the focus meter once again. Gets the dash cancel into the 2x Machina. This is pretty close to the wall. Yep. Gets that wall shatter, and that's a hard knockdown where Leffen can do the safe jump, catches Aneema from backdashing, and another perfect.
My man looking like he auditioned for Sonic 3 out here with all these rolls.
With 2S actually aiming and catching Aneema on the side. There goes that roll once again. Brings out the curse ball, but no longer the curse in effect.
Okay, there you go. A little bit of something. There's the first back though, and again, Aneema's got to work all the way back in. Does have meter PRC, the ejection, straight into the pressure.
Not going to be able to read that YRC, and Leffen's going to be able to get out of that corner. Goes for the grab, reloads a bullet, and continues this pressure. Mixed City, focus up, gets the wall slump, actually catching Aneema, pressing buttons, and Leffen taking it 3-0.
That's some real villain stuff. To put you on the wall and then be like, let me think about how I'm going to finish this off. That's some, man, Happy Chaos is a whole character. But shout outs to Leffen.
Yes.
Not just the character, though, because you saw Leffen able to read Aneema's tendencies right out the gate. And
100%.
that is just, that's player skill. I mean, you can pick any character you want, but you got to be able to do that at the top of the top when you're playing in a bracket this stacked in. Hats off to Leffen for being able to do that.
Yeah, I think it's very telling on how fast Leffen was just able to understand. Like, the download happened immediately in that first game, and you can really see the frustration from Aneema as he was trying to figure out what was the answer. I think it also says a lot too, where if you're Ram and you're struggling that badly in that Happy Chaos matchup, you definitely need to really consider on your offensive approach and actually try to be more focused on the defensive approach.
Yeah, try to, I mean, look, if it's Happy Chaos on the screen, you're going to have to weather the storm at some point, right? Because you got to get there first. And so, absolutely correct. The defensive approach can turn things into offense. And that's an experience thing too, right?
Yes.
Like just being able to do that time and time again and a patience thing. But again, winner side for Aneema, right? Still got the bottom, the loser side for the tournament run. But speaking of tournament runs, we have the Combo Breaker champion coming up, TempestNYC versus Stealthy. Much love for Stealthy. Always a fantastic.
Among Us.
Yes.
Among Us.
Yes.
I think this one, I think he made that.
Really?
I think so.
Let's go. Yes, absolutely. Let him know. Let him know.
Stealthy being sus and letting the crowd know.
It might be me. It could possibly be.
I hope Among Us sees this tweet or sees this clip and is like, yo, we are here. We're in Frosty Faustings. The sus is real.
Absolutely real.
And of course, we have TempestNYC, again, New York player. If you didn't know, that was in the name to boot.
They let you know.
This has been an interesting story, though, for Tempest, because he's been going from character to character.
Yes.
Started with May, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, yes.
And then has slowly moved into, I think it's Biken, if I'm not mistaken.
So, yeah, had a Leo last year.
Yep.
But, yeah, has been kind of bouncing around. So, I'm curious to see once things get into that kind of the heated space, if you get to a game 3 and it's 1-1, or a game 4 and it's 1-2 or 2-1, what does Tempest do, right? Like, do they stick with the characters that they know? Do they go to stick with the Leo, or do they go to Biken? It's going to be curious to see. Stealthy on the other side, if you didn't know by the jean jacket, that's going to be rocking the Axel.
Yes, I actually have heard Stealthy more specifically from the online side of tournaments, like again TNS, 9 Moons as well. Shout outs to 9 Moons. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. I think one of the scariest things about Axel is just that fact that he can literally stop you from jumping. Like,
absolutely.
He has so many options, and they're very low risk unless you're trying to go for like the 6P on the hitbox, and you have to be very specific on that.
Absolutely.
So,
yeah, Axel can be a nightmare, especially in the hands of someone like Stealthy. You know, West Coast player for sure, just dominant. You know, when WNF was running Strive all the time, would always make the top 8s. You know, online, like you said, TNS brackets, always showing up and laying down the law of Axel Low. So this is going to be a really fun match. Also, Tempest is, you know, just can be a very aggressive player, so it's going to be fun to see Stealthy try to play that active defense and keep him, you know, 6 feet, social distancing.
No, absolutely. I 100% agree with you. I think, you know, you mentioned it earlier. It's a matter of, like, what are we going to go with? You know, the good thing with Axel is that he's a glass cannon too. He's not like Happy Chaos where you can hit him and Happy Chaos doesn't really feel it sometimes, depending on, you know, what character. Whereas Axel will feel it almost 100% of the time. So that's been a huge, like, factor when you're fighting against Axel, is that once you're in, make every hit count. So
you got to. You really got to. And then also consider when you want to break the wall, right? Because breaking the wall gets you positive bonus to damage and all that, but then you're kind of back to where you were and you have to get in all over again. So you got to be really calculated when you want to take that screen break.
Wall shatters as well as bursts too, right? You don't want to give that full screen advantage to Axel, but we didn't talk about his buffs.
That's true.
Because now he's one of the zoners that actually has that vortex and is pulling you in. And that is insane because that has led to sort of like this beta Axel, because remember in the beta, Axel had these like huge damaging combos. They took it away. They're like, you know what? This is a zoner. He doesn't need to do that damage. Then they're like, you know what? Here's this Vortex. You're not going to do as much damage, but you're going to get some nice combos that you're going to see Axle Bombers more often now.
Yeah. And Stealthy, listen, definitely a person that loves the Axle Bomber for sure. Has the triple Axle Bomber combo as one of his favorites. And sometimes, even Stealthy will say this themselves, if they win very convincingly in game 1, they'll round start Axle Bomber in game 2. So excited to see if that's going to be on the table as well. Again, but this is serious business too, so Stealthy might reserve that for a little bit later. Who knows? This is top 48 though, so winner side, you gotta save some of those for nationals, as they say.
I think what's really important here is that, like, if you're trying to be fancy, you should make sure that you qualify first before being fancy. Let's kind of remember that this isn't just for pot money or anything like that. This is literally for that spot to go to, I believe it's California, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, yes. Burbank, California, to try to make it out there. And there we have it. It's the Leo Whitefang for Tempest.
Listen, go with the one that got you the W. Leo is the character that I feel Tempest has the most experience with. And like you said, let's make sure you qualify before you get fancy with it. Here we go.
Indeed. And that's actually a great character against Axel. So we're going to see how Stealthy really, like, makes that approach and actually is able to deal with this Leo. Because Tempest is also someone that can play pretty aggressive, like we were talking about.
Absolutely. Here we go. Tempest trying to get through the end. 2K2D, that is the savior button sequence for Axel Low. You're going to see it a lot from Stealthy. He gets so much off of that.
Oh, great catch from Tempest. Going to go for the throw and try to start the Vortex. Goes for the overhead 5P, but no 2Ks landing.
JS, the sniper button counter hit, immediately keeping him nice and far away. But you see all the double swoop step from Tempest trying to close the distance.
Oh, I love that purple RC cancel, and then actually going to jump away. Knows that the flash kick can come, so let's play it safe here. There goes the red RC from Tempest. This is a great pickup, actually forcing Stealthy to use the burst. Purple RC to do a 5P anti-air.
Okay.
Ooh, not going to have enough to break.
Okay.
There goes the overthrow. Oh.
Stealthy with the JS, the defense button, the gold burst. Tempest with the money, PRC into the throw. He said, yo, I will pay for the win. I'm not afraid.
I like it. He's going to have to wait a little bit for the burst, right? Even though Stealthy's a little closer than before, but that is a good chunk of burst than before. A great counter hit, though, from Stealthy. Nice 2K staggers. And there was that Vortex that we were talking a little bit. Great air grab to keep Tempest in the corner. And another one on the ground to boot. There goes the red RC into the TK bomber.
Double for your trouble. Stealthy said, don't worry about it. I got 2 of them in the chamber ready to go at all times. Tempest, Stealthy tied up immediately, but there's the JS party starter.
Ooh, and Tempest is actually saying, nope, we're going to grab you, trying to take you out of the side, and then keep yourself about mid-screen, more or less. Stealthy having to bring out those chains. There goes the 2D into the counter, using the command grab to also keep that range again.
Yeah, facing out nice and easy, but you see the Berserker Slash from downtown. Anytime Tempest has meter, you can almost bet that it's going to be used to Berserker Slash RC just to close the distance. Tempest with burst back. Stealthy, though, 50% tension.
Has a bit to work with as far as defense is concerned. This is looking really nice. Trying to keep Tempest from coming in close. Also edging just a little bit closer. And there goes the last bomb on that chain there.
Patiently playing. Stealthy like, I finally willing his help away.
Ooh,
and there it is, time stop! Oh, but the burst saved him, but unfortunately not long enough.
I remember this. I actually covered this before because this happened to me in Celestial. The burst is like a 3-frame type move. So even though the time stop happens, the rest of the frames on the burst is going to keep going. So that was a good shot for Stealthy to actually catch it on the recovery.
There's another burst early from Tempest, closing that distance once again. Stealthy up 1-0, but Tempest aggressively moving forward in this game too. Nice RC, burst safe combos for sure. And Stealthy
100%.
knowing like, yo, I'm not going to use that.
That was a good time burst. This is going to keep Tempest back on the full screen. It does have a little bit of help to work with, though. YRC.
I like that to stop the back turn. But Tempest saying, I don't care. I'm backwards, forwards, I'm coming for you.
Yeah, Tempest is being so aggressive. It's working. It just comes down to those like minor things that in those round enders that we have to keep an eye out. But again, playing really phenomenally here. Love the staggers, gets the mix.
Keep that pressure going. Stealthy stuck in the corner, up against the glass. Turbulence for the maximum damage. Here we go. Stealthy got a long road ahead of him. This might be a quick 1-1.
Yeah, has to hit quite often. Oh no, the grab whiffing, and Tempest just dashing up and grabbing himself.
Yeah. Like, no, don't worry. If you want to talk to me, I'm right here. I am right here. Tempest, I like that turnaround though. Because Stealthy, especially against a zoner, like getting a quick game back against a zoner keeps your mind fresh.
This was actually a great catch by Tempest to win the air-to-air and actually push Stealthy closer to the corner. A good just block, but that is in vain as Tempest is just going to keep this vortex going. The grab though, thanks to the insta-block.
Stealthy guarding up right now. Happy to hang back. There's the sniper button. The JS flipping Tempest, and now Tempest full screen again. Not enough meter to Berserker Slash. Has to burst. That one is difficult. Stealthy playing the keep away game.
I also like the slight baits that he's trying to use here. Okay, nice side switch with the red RC. Not going to be able to get the second TK. There goes that vortex though, and this is going to be another wall break for Stealthy.
Stealthy utilizing all the tools.
Yep, all the tools available to Axel. Also taking advantage of the max range he can reach too as well.
Again, trying to get up close. Has to play the dash block game. The pull in with the vortex. Full damage combo. Stealthy with meter on the board. Just raw vortex. Had to draw Berserker Slash. Tempest does have meter. Stand up.
Fast RC, and this is going to be a nice. Oh no! Actually resetting the wall splat. Getting the slump too. Very smart because he knows Stealthy has burst, and you want to make sure you're going to be able to kill him in these next situations.
YRC to get right back in there where I left off. But YRC into the corner, the fade away from Stealthy. Tempest low on life, but still so aggressive here. Stealthy playing the big defense. Ooh, my goodness, the JH.
Good control from Tempest. That's actually really good that he didn't burst there. Oh no, but he does in this situation.
Tough stuff. Stealthy hanging on. Tempest gonna take a drink here. Hydrate, young man. Keep that water.
Yeah, Stealthy was playing really solid there. Again, I really liked that there was just that, like, what is it? Controlled, almost like just knowing that the burst was not going to happen, but that last burst was just too much. And you could tell that Stealthy was already in that head of Tempest.
Yeah, Stealthy is so comfortable in the scramble situations, too, that it's almost a deficit to Tempest to be in that scenario, even if the life is even, because that's just Stealthy's playground.
Yeah, absolutely. Tempest forcing Stealthy to do the burst. Tries to move a little bit forward with that forward advancing 2D, but that is not going to work in that situation. Oh, great jump in with the red RC.
Oh my goodness, the party button, the 2D, big letters on the screen, but Stealthy able to trade with it. Fortunate stuff.
Stealthy with the bar of meter to work with, but Tempest, gonna use the flash kick to continue the combo and get it with this first round.
Okay, Tempest, I see you out here. Still active.
What a nice 5P anti-air. Gonna get that hard knockdown. Goes for the auto guard break. Again, there is that wall slump. That's a very tough situation to be with because that's Leo. He can do whatever he wants there.
Yeah, that is his kingdom in that corner right there. Though Stealthy is out. Life not looking too great. However, has the distance. Helicopter coming in. There's the connect. Big stuff from Tempest here. Want to be able to get close to the finish, but not quite. Berserker Slash for the OTG. Oh, the shimmy. Shake it.
This is actually our first game 5 of the top 8 side.
Yeah.
Or sorry, rather top 48 side.
Yeah, this is going to the limit. I'm excited. I love to see more strive, and these two have definitely shown up.
Nice 6P there from Tempest. Actually gonna let Stealthy use that burst. And we're definitely seeing Stealthy try to catch any hit there. Good backdash just in time too, as Tempest was also dashing in.
Stealthy, oh, say it with your whole chest. He's stuck in the corner now. Stealthy going to be able to escape with the bounce out, but look at the damage.
Nice.
Right back over there, sir. Let me talk to you now.
Wow, really good forward advancing move there from Tempest. And this is actually a really good pickup. Blocks the YRC and then punishes it.
Nice 5K. Tempest been slipping in that 5K here and there now because it does help you move forward, and it's not as committal as the Berserker Slash.
Potential set point for Tempest. Gonna have to play this really solid. Good catch on the back. There goes that counter hit with the Vortex, actually catching the flash kick attempt.
Tempest only 1 round away from moving on in top 48, but Stealthy again with the Vortex pulling Tempest into the demise of facing a last round. That was a perfect 2.
All right, final game, final round.
See it. JH immediately forcing Tempest to burglar right back at you. Large letters.
Very nice wall break from Tempest. This is a great chunk of damage that Stealthy is going to have to try to hit, not just once, but a couple of times. But there goes the red RC, actually trying to burst bait, but Tempest not going to be able to get that burst.
Stealthy might have to rely on the go burst here because the life is looking a little difficult. Tempest with meter as well. Berserker slash RC, of course, keep it clean.
There goes the 6P, having to use that burst, so there's a little to no chance to get a full stick of tension.
Trying to just play the keep-away game, but Tempest knows has the life to spend to get closer. I just want to talk to you. Can we step outside?
Nice purple RC to drip back a bit and actually anti-air Tempest.
Whittling away at the patience too. Daring, like I dare you to make a mistake. I will cash out immediately. Tempest with meter again.
No,
RC, this is it. Turbulence for the win. Tempest raising up to the crowd saying, hey, yo, where my props at? Give me my props.
Very, very nice job there from Tempest. Shaking hands with Stealthy. I guess you could say that Stealthy was the imposter.
Yep.
And was voted out.
Was voted out. Tempest hit the report. It was Stealthy. I saw him. I saw him just now. Trust me.
Yeah, no, that was such a good match though from these two players. I love that Tempest was able to keep that patience going, but even then, it was just that inching closer and just closer. So really good job there, Tempest staying alive. Stealthy will be heading down to the loser side of things, which, you know, still that chance to keep on going for the journey. But our next match is going to be, this one I love because I believe this is this player, Aarondamac versus Jonathan Tene. And you know what's really funny? As someone who plays Genshin, when talking to Aarondamac one time, he's like, I play for Genshin money. I play for my gacha rolls. I feel that so hard.
Let's go.
All right, we are all trying to get those 5 stars and those 5-star weapons.
That's why I stay away from gacha, because they come and they got you signing up for Strive tournaments, trying to qualify for Arc Revo. No, but shout outs to Aarondamac. That's godlike.
Yeah.
I love that. It's like I'm just here for the dollars, man. I get these 5. I gotta upgrade these characters. C1.
They are very expensive, so it works out perfectly. Now, this is going to be interesting, though, because this is also Jonathan Tene. We saw him perform extremely well against SQ.
So
methodical, on point. It's almost like he was always 2 steps ahead.
Yeah, and I mean, if you know Jonathan Tene, obviously Dragon Ball FighterZ player as well, like that is Jonathan Tene's style. Like that is what he specializes in, and it's going to be up to Aarondamac to win that cerebral game first and foremost. But it's so hard because first of all, Jonathan Tene playing Zato, you're fighting 2 people at once.
Yes.
So that's the one thing. And then the second thing is, that we haven't even seen yet, is Jonathan's ability to dissect and adapt.
That is true, because SQ was the one who was adapting the entire time, whereas Jonathan Tene was really just on that aggressive, very much on point with things. You know, it's interesting you mentioned that when it comes to Zato, you are playing 2 people at once, and very much literally too, right? Like you're worrying about the frog jumping from behind you. You're also worrying about Zato's own large moves too, that like there goes, you know, Hellbringer, which is like that low that just sucks you in, and you're like, I thought I blocked it. You did not block that.
No, you definitely did not block that. 2S is another one where it's just the range on it covers a lot of space. And then the flight mode, right? Flight cancel can just be mad scary. So there's a lot to think about, but we're playing Leo. We ain't trying to think. We're trying to do some damage.
Indeed. Another Leo on the board too. Now, we did see this with Razzo versus Latif. it kind of worked out and it kind of didn't. It really tamed the Leo for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely the line change. This is the button check to make sure everything is nice and crisp. But yeah, I mean, that's the perfect way to put it, actually. Like, it was working until it really wasn't, and that's one of those scenarios where it's about player adaptation and just being able to put yourself in that winning position. And with Leo, it's all about the pressure. However, again, you just got to capitalize when that Eddie meter is down, and it can be very difficult to do that.
Oh, I don't think...
Okay, the gun?
Oh, we are going to go with the happy... Oh, no,
okay,
it's actually happy
Aaron
chaos.
is like, Zato, I'm going to need a gun. I'm going to need to shoot him. Okay, I understand.
I understand,
I
too.
understand.
Makes complete sense.
I'm trying to qualify. Like you said, I'm trying to qualify.
At some point, you have to realize either the character loyalist happens, or you're either gonna struggle and have to waste your energy trying to outplay, or go for the top tier that will at least let you breathe in between the matches.
Listen, dollar makes sense out there. Aaron's trying to make sure they get paid. Gotta get that gotcha going, yo.
Great grab here from Aaron. Then actually backdash to try to shimmy, and actually was almost very close to doing so, but the gun flip, catching Jonathan Tene off guard, able to reload, gain focus. That was a meaty? You had time for a meaty?
Stop it. The whole burger, 2 patties included, and the bacon with the cheese. 5D whiff into the gunshot. The backstep again, sir. Why are you trying to touch me, man? Hands off.
Jonathan Tene got shimmied like 3 times
Absolutely
there.
did.
Oh my god.
Absolutely did. There's the roll combo again with the gunshot. Excuse me, I just need to step over here.
All right, heavy gunshot to break the wall. We try to close in here again, catching Jonathan Tene off guard, going for the dash cancel into the blue RC.
Get some offense. Jonathan Tene breaking the law, trying to escape here. Aaron, though, does have 50% tension and burst.
Oh, great drift blue RC to actually catch Jonathan Tene's backdash there. Here we see the 6-speed to come out to stop Aarondamac from jumping, having to use burst, using clone.
Got it on the S from Jonathan Tene.
So like you mentioned, 2 people at once, and the clone can easily be OS if you have those multiple hit moves, or that's your second person. Backdash, we got shimmy too again, and Jonathan Tene not gonna be able to cleanly kill with that counter hit, but still gonna secure this round.
Nice return from Jonathan Tene. Also surviving. I feel like if the round goes longer, it's going to be in Jonathan's favor with more Eddie uses and abilities to lay down the mix. Again, Aarondamac back up into the corner. And this is where Happy Chaos is weak. I did that in air quotes because, you know, we're going to have a discussion after this. But right now, Aarondamac talking all the way to Jonathan Tene, coast to coast.
Oh, what a great fast purple RC to go for the low and catching Jonathan Tene from trying to jump out of the corner and also getting the wall shatter. Positive tension. Great 6-speed, but does open up Aarondamac. Puts though in full screen here, which is not something you're going to ideally want to be here.
Eddie meter down, another good 6-piece. Here we go, the command grab. All my homies eat.
Jonathan Tene with a stick of butter at the moment. Purple, or rather red RC. And that's actually going to bait out the burst. And Aarondamac has to be careful here. This could be a poke. What?
That's
even Aarondamac jumped out of his seat. He's like, wait a minute.
That's a good button. 2S. That's a really good button.
I'm a little bit shocked because I didn't think the 2S was going to be able to come out without a counter hit, and it looks like it worked.
That's the title for 2S. Looks like it worked. Looks like it worked. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, but what I am telling you right now is the burst forced out early from Aarondamac. Big counter hit for Jonathan Tene.
Now this is, of course, you know, you do have to win 3 games here, so that was probably a great way for Jonathan to kind of understand and adapt and make the download, and it looks like this first round was a lot easier to achieve than the past rounds, for sure.
Absolutely. Despite the fact that Aarondamac is up 1-0 over Jonathan Tene, it's just Jonathan had that time, and you can see it coming out right here. Shadow coming in. Aarondamac trying to escape. Let me out.
Oh, there goes the dust loops. And actually able to continue the combo. Gonna actually glide just a little bit further and then get the wall shatter.
Fade away, Carl Malone in play. Here comes the throw. Gunshots activated. Tene just trying to guard up. The backstep, snapdragon.
Oh, and that was actually a great first save combo. And Jonathan, those adaptations happen. We were just talking about that. How does Jonathan adapt? And that was a great second game to do so.
Exactly. That's the dissection. That is the reward for, even though losing game one, extending it out so that I can see the opponent's tech and have time to, you know, make a response. And I'm saying it's real clean right now. Early burst again from Aarondamac. Getting the W.
Yep, noticing the patterns, going for the 6P to keep up with this pressure. Gonna try to avoid those 2K2Ds there from Aaron.
Ooh, big gunshots. Dolby Atmos edition to the chest, the fadeaway, just sending you with a little package before you go.
Absolutely, this is bullets reloaded. This is still a full bar of focus. And then not only that, that leaves you with curse, but that yellow RC no longer with that curse.
Having out of the situation, the air shots sent you on your way. Aarondamac.
I think one thing to note here is that Jonathan needs that counter hit from the beginning of the round start. You can't let Aaron get any access to the resources. This is a perfect example here now, actually. You don't want to give this the space seam to Aaron, and with no burst, he's going to have to hold this pressure.
Absolutely. I'm looking for the 5D to come in from Jonathan Tene, but there's a YLC that says, stuck in the corner. This is exactly what Jonathan Tene wants.
Nice. There goes that counter hit, actually stunning Aarondamac. Oh, beautiful 2P. That was an anti-air into the red RC, and there goes the claps.
No applause, and there it is, the charged dust, or slightly charged dust, just enough to send Aarondamac to the wall and immediately dash up 2P. Low risk, high reward gamble there from Jonathan Tene, and here we go. All tied up. This is a pivotal game 3 moment.
Another good counter hit, and even though the burst takes away Eddie, this is perfect for Jonathan Tene because we saw this happen in the second game. That really good counter hit is going to allow Jonathan to close in, just like we're seeing, catching the backdash, going for in by hell, brings out the jump dust, again another dust, and this is just pressure trying to mix.
Oh, the whole Lego set, nothing but blocks.
There you go, purple RC for the kill.
That pressure was immaculate. That was really clean stuff. You see Johnny like, whoo, whoo.
Everybody feels that way against Happy Chaos.
Of course, because he has a gun. Like he.
Everybody will feel that way. And again, you saw Aaron make that comeback. You see the patterns from playing Happy Chaos. But it really comes down to, can Jonathan stop that from happening and continue this pressure, this momentum? Because look, you're not going to be able to have Eddie reach far enough to catch him off guard. But great grab. Finally time to punish Happy Chaos on that roll.
On the bubble shield for their life. Jonathan Tene with the mix up and the overhead connect. Now, Aarondamac on last legs in this round.
Again, the dash up 2P really catching up quite a bit.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Just drawing Aarondamac in, saying, yo, I'm just going to look for, specifically for air movement in that 6P.
Another grab, definitely calling out Aaron's roll. Very crucial, good matchup knowledge to boot. And then these are the staggers. A great way to stop Aaron from coming out of the corner. Tries to unleash Frog, has to play defense. There goes the multi-hitting move. Stop the flow from going. Opens up Jonathan Tene. Oh, rather opening up Aarondamac, but not going to be able to, still getting grabbed.
That backstep was perfectly timed between gunshot and 5D. And now Jonathan Tene advancing forward again. Aarondamac hasn't really been able to get any momentum going. Here we go. The Rockettes combo all the way to the wall.
Oh, great call out on the jump. And here's Jonathan Tene blocking the go first attempt. This is red RC. And there it is. Jonathan Tene taking it over Aaron 3-1.
Jonathan Tene continuing that winner's side lifestyle against Aarondamac. Yo, I don't care win or lose, you go up against Happy Chaos and you're tired out. You're like, and I'm going to say this. I'm not taking anything away from Aarondamac.
Yeah.
As you said, Jonathan Tene had to do that. That was a requirement. That wasn't like, yo, I'm just running this pressure and feeling good. No, I have to do that because the moment you let Happy Chaos run amok, it is a nightmare.
It is indeed a nightmare. We saw it. So we saw, obviously, Aarondamac do really well in that first game. the adaptation on Jonathan's end was fantastic. Like, it happened very quickly. It was in time, but we did see the moment he let up on that pressure, Aarondamac took the round.
Yo.
And that is something that you have to be conscious of when you're fighting against Happy Chaos. You can't be letting him continue this spacing, because he did get kind of nerfed where the close-up buttons aren't that strong.
Yeah.
So, you know, keeping that in mind, on top of also understanding the pattern of the player, you know, that's what you get, that 3-1 matchup. So.
Absolutely, absolutely. And speaking of strong matchups, another Zato coming up to deck. Latif going to be going up against the Florida homie, MFCR. This is going to be definitely I want to say, a test for MFCR to see kind of where they're at in this bracket for sure. Latif, you know, again, considered the Zato in the world. So this ain't just kind of any old type of day. But again, if you're MFCR, you got here for a reason, right? And so
absolutely.
You definitely come in with this with confidence.
We did see Latif take it over 3-1 against Razzo.
Yes.
And I think the biggest thing that was very clear in that matchup was the fact that don't let the 2K, 2D happen, especially on the wild side. Flash kicks, you can't have the opportunity to do so. And then just pure mix, like this pressure.
Yeah, and Berserker Slash. Like, Razzo got, Latif threw Razzo a lot on Berserker Slash. And if you're Leo, that's what it is, right? Like, so you have to be really careful if you're MSCR when you're going to use Berserker Slash, because Latif was on reaction just throwing Razzo all over the stage. So you got to be super careful.
Absolutely, and it looks like we're going to be hopping right in. They're definitely picking their characters that they're very much comfortable with. You know, I just know how strong Latif is, and this is definitely going to be probably MFCR's biggest challenge for sure. Absolutely.
I mean, no doubts about it. But again, challenges are made to be conquered. That's the whole point of them. So if you're MFCR, you're coming into this saying like, hey, this is my litmus test time, but I'm here to prove it as well. Here we go. Top 48 winner side still. Latif versus MFCR.
Actually getting the cross-up, that's been kind of nice, very much handy, using the slide-in to actually switch sides and then catch the field players off guard. Okay, using burst early.
But here we go, Sunboy, when he set the Eddie meter, the build all the way back to the wall. Latif hammering away at the guard, caught him low. Not too much damage on the Berserker Slash PRC. Went for the air throw. I'm not over there.
That was such a good response there from Latif. It would have been better with the hit confirm, but it still worked out very well. And then look at this damage. That is going to be a wall break for sure.
Absolutely. The big bite coming from Latif, letting him know early and often, I'm running this pressure.
I also like too that he didn't let just that full like hop happen because it was very slow. It could have actually caused a reset. So using the purple RC to actually continue. But there goes a flash kick in sights. Tries to grab Latif, but MFCR already doing the vortex, something that Razzo couldn't have done before, and now we're seeing MFCR actually doing it.
Let it go, let it rock.
Oh, and there goes the wall shatter.
Positive bonus. I'm feeling real good about myself. PRC, the party starter, went for the helicopter. The back throw, not enough to finish. Uh-oh, here we go.
Playing with food just a little bit there. MFCR gonna have to hold this wall shatter and hard knockdown.
Still has a lot of bars though, so definitely got some options. You got 100% tension. You can do just about anything you want in this game, but you can't get thrown. Sun Void again and back through the wall. We going over.
Ooh, this is going to be double positive tension, but there goes the overdrive, but no! Oh, this is going to be a lot of resources used. MFCR is not going to have burst to actually avoid Latif's pressure right now.
This is such an expensive check for one round. I've seen so much meter be spent by MFCR. You got to be able to close it out, though. The oppose and the 5D. Oh, my goodness. Latif playing the Houdini act, just escaping.
That was such a strong, dominant round for MFCR, but that last hint, not going to be able to do it. Yep, take a minute.
Yeah, take your time. Take your time. Stare up there. Wait for the ancients to whisper into your mind.
Latif is playing confident, though.
It's scary.
Very confident.
It's so scary to see. And this is into top 48, right? So, like, it's so scary to see Latif playing this quickly already.
A little bit of a glide there, having to use burst because unfortunately MFCR did try to anti-air. MFCR, though, bursting and getting caught in the command grab, and that is going to be a counter hit. No meter to actually cancel that flash kick, so it's going to be a positive bonus for Latif. The purple RC drift to also keep MFCR in the air just a little bit, and that's the round.
Just like that. Nice and easy for Latif. MFCR definitely going to have to up the tempo a little bit. Let me see something.
Okay, this time actually using the glide to advantage and then getting the actual counter hit.
Backstep, I like that, evading the pose. Good stuff, heads up play from MFCR. Let's get some pressure going. What a tech from Latif.
Here's this vortex, both of them trying to go for the grab.
The classic.
Ooh, but the flash kick happening and the in by hell actually catching MFCR, and then we're gonna go into the overdrive for the hard knockdown. Again, invite hell out for the meaty situation.
Oh, I like that long distance flash kick. Big space coverage from MFCR, but Latif putting MFCR into the corner.
This is not looking too good for MFCR. Gonna have to use this meter to do faultless defense.
Not this. You see the arms moving? TikTok dancing on them. I think that's,
you know what, I kind of thought about it, and there could be a trend for TikTok if all the FGC TikTokers, that's right, take that clip and actually do the clap. Yeah, it could happen, it could happen.
I believe it, and so does Latif, believing in this victory as well. Breaking the screen, gonna get positive bonus. MFCR, I'm not gonna cut it any two ways. This is a rough spot.
Very nice TP into the red RC, and this is pretty much a nice situation for Latif. Tries to bait out some bursts here and there, but honestly, there goes that grab too, and Latif going with the perfect.
Latif, one set point, MFCR. Really hasn't been able to establish much of anything outside of that one round when they were super close with it. I like that 6 feet force conversion out of Latif.
There's that back and forth, opening up MFCR with the charge dust. And actually gonna get the no OTG actually, but still Eddie's still in the arena. And here we have it. Gonna break the wall. Yep.
That meter going, that paycheck running. BRC for Latif, take it to the sky, saying I'll see you later. Once my friends come back, then I can answer the door.
Getting hit by the overdrive. There goes the dash cancel to continue the combo. Great YRC to keep off of me.
Okay, I like this chase down. MFCR got a little bit of pressure going.
Another grab, really calling it out. Very knowledgeable on the Leo side.
All right, it's gold burst time, Saki. You're gonna have to bet it all on the payday loans.
Okay, we do have the burst. It's not gonna be the gold, but this at least gets Latif off.
Backstep avoiding the 2S. Again, 5P defense. This is so dangerous. I like this from the MFCR. The backstep, the shimmy! I like the shake with that burger.
MFCR staying alive. Gonna be heading into round number 3. Great counter hit too, calling out the far slash. There goes the jump dust, but that is not gonna be plus enough. Latif's gonna be able to press and continue on pressing too.
This is MFCR's chance right here. Latif showing just a modicum of weakness here. MFCR definitely wants to capitalize. 50% tension, the flash kick, nobody home! Wrong house.
A great response too from Latif to be able to not only risk Eddie, but get the counter hit from it. And this is not gonna be good. Yep, that's the wall broken as Latif takes it over 3-0.
Okay, Latif, you know. I like MFCR, what they showed in that game 3, the wherewithal to stay with it. Obviously had a close round as well, but just like you said, Latif is just playing mad good right now.
So good. The knowledge of the matchup, it's also like you're fighting 2 players, so every time MFCR hit Eddie, you still had to worry about Zato.
Yeah.
You just had to.
It's my buddy and me, the battle, and sometimes, you know, you get the sheriff, but not the deputy. I think that MFCR is definitely going to take some time to kind of go over that one. Obviously, that was winner side, right? So still, MFCR still in there, but it's going to be a little bit more difficult for them to move forward. But speaking of moving forward, we're going to glide on into a quick little sponsor break from the people that allow Frosty Faustings 15 to happen. More Guilty Gear Strive, top 48 action in a few. And welcome back once again, Frosty Faustings 15, Guilty Gear Strive, top 48 action here coming at you. We should be getting to the loser side soon. I'm Maverick, joined by the illustrious Saki Sakura. Saki, we've been having some strong matches, but I gotta say the person that's been standing out the most to me right now is Latif.
Yes, Latif has been standing very much out. Looking all the Zato players, honestly.
I don't know what it is. They had like a meeting before this. They were like,
did.
yo, we are definitely trying to throw down.
I actually expect to see at least the 3 Zatos in top 8.
Sure.
They're going to have to beat each other at one point, but that will be another conversation at another time. We're going to talk about another Zato player here. It's going to be Leffen versus Nubenheimer. This man has been making waves.
Yes.
When you hear TampaNeverSleeps say Nubenheimer's my boy, that says a lot.
That's how you know.
That's how you know.
Nubenheimer has been just all over the online and offline circuits. I'm curious to see if Leffen's going to pick up the gun once again to go up against this Nago. And I can't blame him. Listen, Nago, even with the nerfs, is just a force of nature, and Nubenheimer ain't just a Nago. Like, arguably, the Nago right now, at this moment in Guilty Gear Strive.
Very, very much so. Such a strong competitor, both online and offline. Doing an extremely good job. This is going to be a bit of a fun check. So, as we're talking about just how interesting these players are, we were talking about Nago in the break, how like the last patch kind of normalized him, but didn't kill him completely. Actually, adjusting the health, especially depending on the blood meter. But that's a huge part of his toolkit when you think about it.
It really is. I mean, it just added more risk reward to the character.
Yeah.
As a Nago player myself, did they need to do that? We can talk about that after Frosty Faustings, but I think that what they've done to him is, you know, as a Nago player who enjoys the character, you can still very much have fun and be successful with this character. I mean, Nubenheimer is the proof of that point.
Absolutely. We are going to see the gun get picked right back up. This is probably Nago's few matchups that actually creates a struggle bus for sure. It hurts, yeah.
That bus is a big struggle one for sure, but you do have your options. I mean, if you can get the damage down, you're good, but I can tell you, Saki, from personal experience, you get bursted back all the way to the other of the screen, your blood is at max, you're just like, well, I guess I just sit here and get shot. Like, I don't really know what else I can do at the moment.
Just like we were talking about Axel, you know, not wanting to get back to the full screen. You don't want to do that with Happy Chaos.
No.
But sometimes you're going to have to, especially when you're Nago, and your health is going to be dependent on your blood meter too. And depending on where that deficit is, you're going to want to make sure you hit hard. But we were also talking about how Happy Chaos, depending on the character and the optimization, is not going to be an easy character to break. Not a glass cannon.
Yeah, definitely. There's the 5D going to rip off the toes. Immediately, the defensive 2K. Let's go, Nubenheimer. Let's go, Nago Nation.
I like the pokes. Trying to catch. Go for the purple RC, but a great throw tech there from Leffen, calling it out. But we see the matchup knowledge from Nubenheimer. Able to grab that roll.
Put the orb right back on him, Uptown Funk. Not going to give it to you today. Forced out the burst.
Oh no, there is that blood rage. Having to burst. Okay.
Yo!
There we go.
Send him out of the park. Put one on the board for me.
Very nice. It was going to be a risky, dicey situation, but that a single hit into that hit confirm was perfect.
Press the button when I got mask off situation. You know what this is.
Oh my goodness, this full screen carry and then keeping it a safe jump as well. Oh, okay. The purple RC gonna actually catch Leffen off guard.
Good block so far. Yes!
Very
we put
nice.
hands on these bands.
No attempt to anti-air. Great 2P.
I love the way Nubenheimer is playing right now.
He's like, no.
He's like, no.
I'm not. Not today.
I told you. That's the reaction no matter what. You could perfect the Happy Chaos and you're coming back shaking your head like, no.
Using the teleport just a little bit of reblade to actually dive under. Gonna jump and get the counter hit.
I'm actually not the worst place to be bursted, but here we go. The spin cycle.
Good backdash, but unfortunately the attempt to do a wake-up grab is not going to work here. There goes the slump. but the wake up backdash from the slump is going to be getting caught with the curse and the shot.
Okay, here we go. Neubenheimer with burst available, but might want to hold on to it. R-Slash does connect. Get a little bug back.
That was a 6P into the whip command grab as well. Good 2P from Leffen, and then ending it with the hit confirm of the shot.
Leffen living that hit scan lifestyle. Neubenheimer trying to get a little bit more aggressive. There's the spin. Slide into the DMs with the 6H.
This is a little bit of a guessing game. Every time Nago's coming in close, great throw tech though. Tried to anti-air, but not going to be able to, but stops the gunshot from coming out from the 6P. Fast red RC.
Careful with the blood game. Let's take him down. Damage. Yeah!
Yep,
Heavy slash!
Go. And this is pretty much chip damage for Neubenheimer. Just has to wait for the opening. Oh no! There goes the counter hit.
Not like this. Not like this. Not like this. Not like this.
A slump still happening, but great defense from Neubenheimer. Still gonna be grabbed though. Leffen calling out that Neubenheimer was playing good defense.
Let me out!
Ooh, great tech!
Let me out! YRC, my turn, please. Leffen again. Not like this. The escape!
Reset!
Neubenheimer sliding in with the clone. No, Leffen playing the escape game. He sees the blood going up.
Oh, that swipe was actually in the middle of a gunshot.
Neubenheimer has to try to get in, but getting shot. Ah!
Oh no, the whip grab. Okay, there goes the burst.
Ooh,
and the 2S.
we survived it.
Gosh.
Neubenheimer definitely going to be shaking the head after that one. That was a horror film.
Great jump in from Leffen and gets the slump. But those dusts are not hitting, and the great patience too from Neubenheimer goes for the grab too.
Yeah, we whiffing some close blast. We waving our arms.
I like that Neubenheimer's been able to do backdash, gets the blood-sucking universe.
Oh yeah!
A second time.
The Twix, the left and the right one. I'm gonna eat both of them. I'm a hungry man.
Blue RC, no whipping on the grab, but the trade is in favor of Neubenheimer.
Neubenheimer letting the Nago Nation rock. This time Leffen like, okay, yeah, all right, cool. But Leffen's ability to like reset is unrivaled. Like,
100%.
do not count Leffen out.
The frustration's there, but you know, a seasoned competitor like him, he's gonna make the adjustments.
Before I start the early bird, definitely a W for Leffen.
Great 2K TD. Good throw tech from Neubenheimer, but still gonna get opened up. And actually nearing close to that full blood meter. Ex Machina out on the field for the wall shatter.
Positive bonus for Leffen. I mean, I'm not saying you throw away any round Saki, but this might be one where you're just like, I'm not going to spend a lot of mental energy on it if I don't have to. But here's the back throw. Here we go. He has a chance. Yeah, you don't know.
Yeah. I was just going to say, this is also Nago, so it's up like 3 touches at most. Technically 2 if this happens. Red RC to keep it safe.
Look at the risk gauge from Leffen. Cannot make a mistake. It is flag. Warning. Caution.
Oh, catching the backdash with the gunshot.
I like that from Leffen. Heads up gameplay. Neubenheimer does not want this to go the long distance. Wants to end it here, but Leffen sitting there on game point.
I think Neubenheimer trying to anti-air, but it's going to get caught in the attempt. That was a heavy gunshot, so the guard was broken. Great 6P. Gonna keep on coming closer and actually opening up Neubenheimer with the empty gunshots. Oh, but the clash into the 2KTP from Leffen. This actually might be it.
Yeah, yeah. Saw him hold the gun there. Let me get the headshot aim on it. Leffen, as I said before, his ability to reset is some of the best in the business, no matter what game it is. That is a competitor right there. Let the pressure rock, and that's one way to do it. The uppercut.
Okay, wow, what a great catch on the burst. Punishing Leffen for it too.
In that blood meter.
There goes the blood-sucking universe. The blood meter now no longer decreasing, and that was a perfect too.
Another set point for Neubenheimer. Neubenheimer here to play video games.
I like it too that he's conscious of the blood meter and it's working out for him. We're not seeing a lot of explosion happening, which can be noticeable from aggressive Nagos. Neubenheimer's just that nice balance. And here we go again. Ooh.
TS though going to give a little bit of blood refund. Saves them from the explosion. PRC, good throw defensively from Neubenheimer.
Great throw, tried to go for Blood-Sucking Universe, but not going to be able to. 2K2D from Leffen. Oh, it hits because of the level 2 blood meter.
Heavy slash, the 5th edition, but Leffen with the roll through in the D.
That's a wall shatter, yep. And that was a glass cannon Nago too because of level 3, so.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, what a 5K!
Open up the door! FBI!
Nago breaking the wall right now. Leffen having to play defense, just narrowly missing that sword from the active frames. But there's the counter hit! This is it! This could be entirely Nubenheimer's game here.
Look at how much meter Nubenheimer has. Oh, look at going! First save combo, Leffen had to hold those, and Nubenheimer continuing on winner's side with a burst save finisher, and Leffen going down to losers. The crowd loves it.
Yep, the crowd is going wild for Nubenheimer. Understands that this is the GOAT. This is the people's champion.
Yep. Nagoriyuki. Absolutely. So big left going down to loser's side against Nubenheimer. Just fantastic Nago play, right? Like you said, the blood meter management, unprecedented, unrivaled, and only had one blood explosion, and honestly was able to get the win when that happened. So again, Nubenheimer definitely one of the stronger competitors out here, and we will certainly see more of them. And speaking of seeing more, this is going to be now loser side action. SQ coming up against Nitro. SQ obviously going down to Latif. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, Jonathan Tene.
Yes.
Zato, one of the three.
One of the three.
Yeah.
Technically one of the two because we were seeing Leffen on Happy Chaos, and now the Zato people don't probably claim him. But
I don't know him. I don't know. I don't know him. No, him? No, I don't know him.
We were actually before we were heading into top 48. I was asking you. Who was that Jacko player that was playing? And it turned out it was Nitro.
Yeah. So if you ever watch Dragon Ball FighterZ ever in your life and you've seen the tournament, you obviously know who Nitro is. But again, doing well in Guilty Gear Strive here in top 48. A Jacko player, and you know, Jacko players, they really be smooth. Like you look at Eddventure, like that kid is one of the nicest people you ever meet, and then you play him in the game and like, this is just disgusting. Why would you do this to somebody?
Jacko's very much disgusting. So obviously upon release, she wasn't as good as she was then, but then, you know, bottom 5 at that time. I don't know about now, but bottom 5 definitely. But then between, you know what's the most disgusting part about Jacko's minion? The defense minion.
Yes.
Not only is your guard broken, but you took a chunk of, not just a tiny, no, a chunk of damage for hitting the minion.
Yeah, it's rough stuff. So obviously SQ, Lab Monster, able to, you know, just get the tech down and be able to know the options on the character select screen. So we'll see how they adapt to the player of Nitro.
Beautiful 5K, and there we go. Minions are out, and we're gonna just break the wall right away. That's also pretty much full stick for minions. Gonna be able to 2K 2D into that as well.
Off the wall again. Went for the stomp. Nice watch from SQ and the escape plan. I need help.
That 6B actually hit, and a really good call out there from Nitro to be able to use that purple RC to catch it.
SQ navigating the space. The punish! Nitro with the don't you dare whip. Not on me.
SQ also being very much controlled and holding onto that burst as well. That's another thing too. This is Jacko. She can burst safe you pretty much, but using that burst just as we mentioned it.
Yeah, Nitro playing a little bit patiently here. SQ only a single sword. R/slash does connect, but can't really get much off of it. Takes 2D into the pickup. Force the burst out of Nitro. Here comes the minions. The workers' rights.
Great 2D there to follow up to that. Using the minion actually to keep himself safe. Tried to backdash, but SQ able to catch it and then goes into the Rekka, gets the side switch. Beautiful jump slash. That was perfect. Able to even beat the purple RC to boot.
Nitro trying to figure out SQ's becoming much more mobile compared to round 1. Nitro stuck in the corner at the moment. There's the throw and the finish.
What a dash into the throw. That was so good.
That's the Ram smack. Once a Ram player gets that dash up throw rocket, it's like, oh man, they're in the zone.
Going for the 2K stagger on the hit and then getting the grab, brings out the minions. There goes the dust, not going to be able to get the full bounce on the minions, but we do see the jump kick and then another grab, minion out.
Stuck. SQ trying to escape the Union. Look at the meter though from Nitro. Dash up PRC. Spend the money to escape. Nitro did get hit with the shockwave. Full pop-up combo, but still not enough.
What a grab! Not only jumping, SQ reading the jump, but didn't respond fast enough to actually do the tech grab.
Unfortunate, but good stuff from Nitro. Heads up gameplay. And yeah, this is 1-0 Nitro. Obviously not counting either one of these players out. SQ selected and ready to go back in.
A nice grab from SQ. There goes the swords. They're actually bursting. 2K does get hit, but Nitro responding. SQ using burst to keep Nitro in the corner. Now is able to actually catch Nitro in the air. And then once again, using the swords, 2K. I like it that Nitro's actually not just doing 2K, but actually going for the grab right after. That's what you need to do in order to get your minions back, because that's where you're going to be the most scary.
With throw PRC to keep it clean, the drift PRC from Nitro just to create a little space. Here we go, workers coming out. We're working overtime, 9 to 5 plus a little bit more.
Amazing. Also, to note as well, once you're in the corner against Jacko's minions, that's a lot of cross frames that you have to wait till she dishes out. SQ didn't have a yellow RC or a burst to even try to come out of that corner.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in, and it just taxes your resources, even if you do have them. So Nitro certainly wants more of that corner aggression. But speaking of corner aggression, fighting out the helicopter. Let my Halo say hello.
And does the soccer kick into the minion to stop SQ. There goes another grab. Minions out, but SQ able to actually hit Nitro. There goes the counter hit. This is pretty much safe. Goes for the grab.
Both players with a lot of tension on board, though. SQ in the offensive position. Want to lift them up, and yeah, immediately, I'm done with this.
Yep. Going into round number 3 here in the second game. Nitro still looking pretty strong, but SQ making adjustments when he needs to.
I like these small adjustments from SQ, just changing the momentum of the neutral gameplay, not allowing Nitro to get too many minions down. There's an aggressive burst back into the corner. Don't reach for me, I'll reach for you.
A good call out on that grab too. Again, the soccer kick in the air, but another grab from Nitro. And this is just great. Actually recalling the minion, getting the meter back, blocking, and this is a punish.
Absolutely a punish. Goes for the minion set. SQ trying to escape the tech, going to send Nitro back into the corner.
There goes the red RC from the 2D, and this is going to be a great pickup. Brings out the minion, and yup, that minion's behind. I'm coming.
Yeah, listen, we work all over the place. This is a 24/7 type of workshop here. We do it all. Nitro taking a deep breath, relaxing. I like it. Staying focused. This is close. This is a very close 2-0.
Yes, it is.
Like, yes, it's 2-0 in Nitro's favor, but you can see the adjustments from SQ, and these are not just blowout rounds.
Yeah, this is, we saw this a little bit from when SQ was playing against Jonathan Tene. Going back to the character select screen to kind of rethink on things, she's able to get in. The problem is her toes. Like, she's getting hit a lot by Nitro's 2K. Also the 2D, that forward advancing move happens pretty fast. And then not to mention the mind game. That's been a big factor on the grab. Like, we know Jacko needs the grab to be able to get the knockdown to bring out the minion. But it's the fact that Nitro plays it in such a way where you're like, wait, I got hit, but then I just got grabbed. What just happened?
Yeah, like, how did that happen so quickly? And it's immediately about the momentum. Seeing the momentum. SQ out fast to an early start in game 3. This is exactly what you need.
Good block right there. That was actually what we were just talking about. It's understanding that Nitro's going to try to go for that 2K, and we do have the dash cancel to get the overhead. Does leave Nitro coming out of the corner, but we have to use that burst to the pressure going.
Minion set puts him shield up as well. Forcing SQ back. Soccer kick. Send him over there. Yo, go ahead and check out my life word. Nice evasion from SQ. Big counter hit. Force the burst out. SQ with a ton of meter too.
Yeah, this is a ton of meter to work with. Great purple RC, but it's in favor of Nitro. Able to actually whip the grab and then use the purple RC to get follow up with 2D.
On the screen. This is rough. I mean, look, listen, you got the whole office working for you, and out the skies, wow, Nitro. Looking really good. SQ fighting for her bracket life now.
This is all or nothing for SQ. This is actually a potential set point for Nitro. There goes another grab, actually calling it out. And brings out the minion to keep those moves safe. Purple RC gets the air grab, a minion out.
Pressure, City, Nitro, a decision away. Last chance for the dance for SQ.
Does have burst on her side, but this is gonna be so tough. But no, the air grab, that was a fast air grab.
That's a Dragon Ball Fighters player right
That
there.
was, oh my gosh, I was just thinking that you have to be so fast, and not, like literally Dragon Ball Fighters is exactly that. Like
That's some Dragon
just
Ball.
jump, grab, keep on going. That was
That guy's a fan of Dragon Ball. I can definitely tell you that. I mean, listen, shout outs to SQ for making it to this point. This has been a stacked bracket for sure. She's a great competitor, great member of the fighting game community. And hats off to Nitro too. Like, I mean, it just was incredible Jacko gameplay. And speaking of incredible gameplay, this is, I mean, honestly, this is a house kill coming up, to be honest with you.
Honestly,
it's Razzo versus
really
Hotashi.
is.
It's unfortunate. This is one of those awkward ride home situations.
So this will be Razzo versus Hotashi, like you mentioned. I actually saw when Hotashi got put into losers. So this was in top 192, if I'm not mistaken. It was actually in my pool as well, and it was Aneema who actually won 3-2 over Hotashi, which is why Aneema was still on the winner's side, and where Hotashi is now on the loser's side. This is also a classic matchup that, as a commentator for the few games of Strive that I've commentated, very common to see. And it's no surprise, honestly.
No.
These are two of your best players, legacy players pretty much also, and they definitely go back and forth. Hotashi's just been like probably the best known Nago in the entirety of Strive so far, and then of course you have Razzo, who's just a legend. So
yeah, Razzo's fantastic. This is, I mean, these two players play each other all the time, and I mean all the time. So this is immediately you're jumping into like level 3 gameplay,
100%.
mind play. Like you know all the tricks, you know everything that the other person likes to do, you know what they hate to defend against. But this time, instead of being at home, you're at Frosty Faustings 15. You're at the last Arc Revo qualifier. So until the match ends, there are no friends.
Yeah, pretty much. You mentioned something really interesting too, again, on the fact that they are two players that just play constantly against each other. It's like training partners almost. I would almost even say that it's how often Razzo fights Umisho.
Yes.
They're literally friends like that, where they're just constantly grinding with each other. This is a Bridget. Might be a button check. It would be interesting.
No, I've seen this.
Really?
So this happened at Roundhouse.
Oh.
This happened at Roundhouse, where Hotashi and Razzo had to fight each other for elimination, and Hotashi went with Bridget. This has happened before. It did not go well for Hotashi. But
this could change. This could be
change.
A
I mean, this is months later, right? So like, then like you said, Bridget got some really good adjustments in the patch. So this could be different.
I'm still kind of shocked, but we'll see. Yo-Yo out. Happy to see a Bridget. Tries to back off a little bit. Projectile out. Does catch the far hit, but there goes that grab there from Hotashi's side. And another one setting up the Yo-Yo.
That's what you want to do as Bridget, right? You want to keep that Yo-Yo on the opponent, but Razzo letting out the beast a little bit. Overhead connects. Hotashi getting carried to the wall. Back turn situation. The DP for the freedom.
I think even Razzo was a little shook at that DP too, but we do get some of the staggers. Tries to go for the berserk. And Hotashi does get the knockdown. This is the scary part of Bridget. She's coming in. She can open you up at any point. It's going to be a high-low mix, and you better hope you guess right.
Better guess right for sure. Razzo, though, with a little bit of life on there, but Hotashi with either and pressure the fadeaway. The trade, not in Hotashi's favor whatsoever. BRC, yeah, I'm just kidding. I'll stay over here.
Okay, there goes the 2D to forward advance. Hotashi still has a little bit of health left to work with here. That projectile having to be careful, just narrowly missing the 6P.
There's the step back from Hotashi. BRC forward, thought something was going to come. Went for the throw. What patience from Razzo. Watching Hotashi dash up full screen like that and not flinching a bit.
Yeah, that was a really nice, unflinching moment there for Razzo. It was almost a little bit scary. It looked really solid there on the side of Hotashi for a second.
Yeah, certainly did. Ooh, let the
Great
boots rock.
answer. That's going to be a nice counter hit for a good amount of damage. Not going to be able to get the K, but there goes the 2D again into the red RC for the wall bounce.
Again, the DP to avoid the mixed situation. Hotashi, the pressure rocking, pushing Razzo into the corner.
Nice usage of the yo-yo to actually set up and actually opens up Razzo to get the wall shatter. Razzo still has her burst in motion.
Hotashi almost would burst back, but Berserker Slash lands. Hotashi backstepping out of that situation. Caught the projectile into the super. Roger.
Great timing too. If any later, it would have been a little dicey for Hotashi.
Hotashi like, yeah, that was a couple months ago. It's January prison, February prison.
Another good grab on as a punish. Oh, but Razzo using the burst and getting a gold one.
Thanks for Razzo standing in aggressively. Berserker Slash forward. Yo-yo on the other side. Anti-air from Hotashi.
Hotashi trying to jump in, actually using the air movement, still taking the trade, but it looks like it's in favor of Hotashi. Does get the counter hit going and keeping the combo. Good defense, does the DP and actually continues it with the fast RC cancel.
Full punish there, backstep from Hotashi. Smelling blood for game one. Has 50% meter as well. Can RC and does for the throw.
This is actually a really great pick. It looks like Hotashi's playing really solid. Ooh. Does get the counter hit. Very nice.
It did not go like that at Roundhouse. It definitely did not. Hotashi like, yeah!
You know something else I realized? Hotashi speaks a lot to Diaphone.
Yes.
And Diaphone is probably one of the best Bridgets out there right now.
Absolutely, without a doubt. So it's definitely a pick that Hotashi is rocking with. And we'll see. Razzo going to character select, picking a stage here. And this was the counter pick.
Let's go, Anji!
This is what happened at Roundhouse. Razzo went to Anji to go up against the Bridget. And it kind of makes sense. If you think about the extended normals from Bridget, the
crowd knows. The crowd is hyped.
The spin on Anji can really punish a lot of Bridget normals.
Yes. As a fellow Anji player, it is one of those matchups where it's still tough, but when you don't have to really worry too much about the yo-yo and spin is like in that position, it really helps a lot.
This is a rare treat to see, and I'm so excited to see Mr. Mito back on the screen.
Great counter hit there, but not going to be able to set up Butterfly due to the burst. Can use spotless defense and try to lower it down quicker. Fujin out, but does get counter hit. Beautiful 5P, gets the dash cancel from the 5K. Meaty to close slash. There goes the overhead. Beautiful.
The dome was christened for sure. Razzo, certainly a fan. Hotashi on the back foot, does have meter available, but Razzo, all that help over there.
Catching Razzo. No, the parry! It was still active just enough, and even Hotashi's like,
No, do not like. I did not like that. Razzo certainly feeling good about this counter pick or the change of character at this point. The Schwookie with the dance movement.
Nice punish. Razzo trying to go for the hop, but wasn't going to be able to. Does get the yo-yo and misses to the 2K. There goes the burst from Razzo. Naga out. Brings out the yo-yo from Hotashi's end. Butterfly actually in neutral. Not a bad choice. Again, there's not much that you can really throw out there to be worried about. Butterfly again, but that's going to be a counter hit. You have to be careful. Overhead, that is going to get hit by the DP. Yup, we DP through those gaps.
Absolutely do, but the back throw from Razzo. Hotashi, butterfly Oki, gotta read the whole thread, and another DP. Hotashi, not afraid.
Yep, you have to. If you don't want to guess on those high-low, you have to do it. But the blue RC does slow down, not gonna catch, but there goes the overhead counter hit into the 2K Cove dash cancel.
Ooh, you see the back step. That was such a good back dash. That's the Nago coming out.
Yep.
That's the Nago coming
100%.
out.
Oh, just a grab off of the dash that Razzo tried to do. There goes the YOLO. Yep, wall break.
Putting a little bit of butter on the roll. Hotashi trying to eat good. Razzo stuffed against the corner. Yo-yo down. The fadeaway is in play. Not today. Roger.
Yep, and actually breaking the wall twice, still in positive bonus.
Oh,
Great block on the gold attempt first, and then gets the grab, and Hotashi's up 2-0 right now against the counter pick.
Did not go like this at round. But I like to see that. I like to see the evolution. You know, Hotashi like, yo, I got this in the back pocket. A lot of people may not even know about it. So it's one of those things where for these players, level 3 is like, forget about Leo and Nago. Like, we're going, this is what I'm going to play. And so Razzo taking some time to think about it, going to the Sin potentially, thinking about it.
She has a Sin?
I've never seen it.
I haven't seen it either. And the crowd is actually cheering for her.
Only Hotashi would know, really, to
be fair, yeah. Yeah, I honestly think you have to be confident in your counter pick. You can, like, unfortunately, you're not ahead in games where you can be back and forth like this.
Yeah.
So, you know, yes, go with your pride and true. I don't think the Anji pick was bad. It's just Hotashi was just ready for it. And really, with Anji's kit, it's about gimmicks. And the fact that you have a DP, or rather Hotashi having that DP, makes quite a difference that you don't have to worry about
it does.
That mix-up.
Yeah, it certainly does. And we saw Hotashi use it liberally in that matchup. Back to the Leo for Razzo. So this means that even if Razzo wins this game, she's locked in the Leo the whole way rest through to this match.
Absolutely. Hotashi has plenty of games to work with. Already starting off really strong. Really strong, Bridget. Honestly, I'm very much surprised. You hear that, people? You can play Nago and not be called a top tier because you're going to be able to play other characters.
There you go.
So I don't want to hear it.
Yeah!
Okay, great start here for Razzo. Going to force Hotashi to use his burst.
I like the start for Razzo. Able to take a whole bunch of life off of Hotashi early is important and get that burst. Heavy projectile coming out, trying to dash through. Oh my goodness.
What a pickup. That was awesome. Not going to be able to break the wall, but clashes the flash kick. Red RC, yep.
The yo-yo. Clipping the shoe, getting the wall break. BRC4, let me holler at you real quick. Positive bonus though for Hotashi.
There goes the counter hit, and I like that Razzo was disciplined enough to not use the burst there, but this does put match point, or potential match point, for Hotashi. Razzo's gonna have to make this count every way possible. There goes the jump dust.
That was nasty for sure, but Razzo with a heavy flash kick out, catches the backstep as well with the overhead. Yeah, big continuation. Let the swords sing. Razzo defending against one set point potentially in this round.
Walking down with the yo-yo and able to actually get the jump in, sets up the yo-yo again.
Razzo got plenty of options with a 100 tension like this.
But is she able to be using it? That is what we need to see from Razzo. We've seen her with that stick of butter. There goes the blue RC, gets the red RC off with the grab.
You're just gonna have to hold that too with the red RC. Does scale the combo, but however, it gets you more positive bonus, more meter. Hotashi walking the dog, 2D. The Giorgio Brutinis, left and right.
Again, disciplined from Hotashi's end, not having to use burst. Both players are on burst again, potential match point for Hotashi.
I like that 2K nice round. 5P challenge too. Razzo, a little bit different. The confidence is building, and you can see it in the gameplay.
Tries the QP after the dash in, but Razzo's not going to bite. I think I saw the jump dust getting on the startup, and Hotashi read it, so that was really a good call out.
Tried to get down safety, but Razzo was right there waiting. Helicopter coming through, nope, decided not to.
Yup. Wow, actually pulling back and avoiding the slash. Gonna try to yo-yo in slowly but surely, gets the breaks going on the yo-yo. Just blocking, but not gonna be able to block the 2D. Backdashes the overhead. Brings out yo-yo once again, gets grabbed, and that's gonna be a red RC. Yeah.
Yeah, let them know. We're gonna have a discussion on the way back.
Yup.
No matter what happens.
Are we gonna see the Nago?
Going back to characters.
No, we're gonna see the Bridget.
Okay.
It's just resetting. I get it.
Yeah, I definitely understand. I mean, Hotashi, definitely an advocate of cerebral gameplay and just mental management. Talks about it
100%.
all the time.
Yeah. Definitely agree with you there.
All right, here
Deep breaths, regrouping. That's all it takes.
It's so important though because Hotashi went straight to Bridget, right? So that's
Yeah.
his counter pick to Razzo. So important for Razzo, obviously, to get the game to stay alive in the bracket, but also to establish like, hey, this might be the counter pick you think for me, but I can get the W. And it's going to force Hotashi to consider that as he moves forward.
Yeah, this is make or break for Hotashi, honestly. Let's see how it goes. A bit of a trade. Neither's favor. A little bit of a backdash from Hotashi, trying to OS on the far slash to see if it catches anything. But the 2D able to forward advance.
Shut up again. Razzo trying to escape, the toes gets clipped.
A bit of a backdash, getting hit by the second projectile. Good block on the dust, but there goes the DP to get to the counter hit.
It's a heavy DP as well. Hotashi, let him know.
Razzo advancing closer, tries to whiff on the grab, but there goes the counter hit. It was slow enough to actually catch Hotashi off guard.
I didn't even expect that either. Hotashi getting sent through the wall. Razzo with positive bonus and gets a W. Okay, Razzo.
Razzo staying alive. What a great start to the round as well, too.
Absolutely. Hotashi trying to slow things down. You see the parry coming out.
Yep. There goes the 2D again. You see, I think one thing that I'm seeing the difference here from that first game to now, Razzo's being herself in this matchup. Wild, uncontrollable, hard to maintain. Like, Hotashi's actually having a tough time trying to keep her in the corner and keep on pressuring her.
It's definitely the playstyle that we're used to from Razzo. Hotashi, though, still up on games for now. Razzo on game point. The helicopter, the JD, burst back into the corner. You go.
Okay, using the grab to actually punish and get the side switch. Bar of meter still on both sides. It's about equal, give or take, with Hotashi on the advancing edge of it.
But Razzo with that burst on the potentially a lifeline. She may not even need it. Hotashi on the last dab goes in for the punish, and the throw is unburstable. Hotashi setting up the yo-yo again.
Yeah, Hotashi's trying to bait it out. Oh no! Wow!
Smart.
Game 5!
Smart stuff. We're going to game 5. The blue RC right back from Razzo, slowing down time for herself. And now all the way to game 5. This was looking super strong for Hotashi, out to an early 2-0. Now he's saying, yo, should I just run with it?
Yup.
Should I bring out the sword?
Do it.
He asked the crowd. The crowd says yes. He's going to.
Nah. I love how the crowd's
He's
like, no,
going
no,
to
no,
Bridget.
don't do it, don't do it. There we go.
Okay, maybe.
Letting the crowd
Okay, he said the not, the confirm. Let's do it, main to main.
One thing that I will always say about Hotashi is just his manner of controlling the crowd.
It's
like,
so good.
That
It's
was so good. You have Razzo, who of course everyone's trying to cheer for her, and then you have Hotashi, who's like, decide my character.
Yeah.
We are in a hype
Yeah.
set. This is game 5. We're trying to get to top 8. It's all or nothing.
Yeah, yeah. It's such a great just showmanship from Hotashi. One of the things that the crowd really loves about him, makes him an enjoyable player to watch. But speaking of watching, we get another game 5 here on the loser side at that. Razzo, Hotashi, Leo versus Nago, main to main. Let's get it.
Both characters are just hard-hitting characters. There goes the burst activation. Great defense here from Hotashi, but still getting opened up. There goes the meaty projectile, the jump dust into the flash pick up the red RC.
Yeah,
Gonna get
this is
grabbed.
the Razzo pressure we're used to. Just relentless aggression. Hotashi stuck in the corner. The delayed backdash did not work. Razzo was patient enough to get the punish, but the close flash for Hotashi.
Oh yeah, this is definitely going to be a high impact type of wall shatter. Not going to necessarily even up the health, but does get into positive tension. And the 2K using the red RC to backdash just a little bit. Walking back, just grab.
The slowest throw in history of Guilty Gear Strive.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Hotashi one set point again, but Razzo has defended many set points in this match, so do not count her out whatsoever. I would not be surprised if we go to final round.
I wouldn't be either. Again, we're seeing Razzo really comfortable again in her ability to close out matches. There goes the overdrive. With that Leo Vortex boot, the wall is shattered and we're moving on to the next part of the stage. Great meaty situation. Purple RC to continue the wall bounce combo. And yup, now because of the guts and because of the scaling, this is going to lead Hotashi into that purple RC, but it's not going to be enough. We're final game, final round,
Let's
Maverick.
get it. Here we go. This is going to be who is upset on the way home. Final round of the final game. Razzo out to a quick start. Hotashi on the defense. Great back throw.
Yep, from that insta block, it's going to be great. Backdashing just a little bit. Actually trying to bait Razzo to make the move first.
Absolutely. And with that increased blood gauge, I didn't want to whip, but certainly does. Razzo with the punish.
Triple RC. There's a great grab tech right there. Razzo's inching closer, having to use that burst. It could have been the end.
Projectiles over 5. A heavy slash from Nago can cut through those, but it's a tough scenario for Hotashi with the 2H.
Beautiful
What a
purple
prediction.
RC.
Hotashi trying to get Razzo into the tough situation. Blood spin just to get the gauge up.
The backdash, the footsies right now that is happening. Punishes with the 5P, but not going to be able to fully hit confirm.
That was a dangerous 2S, but Razzo wasn't able to jump against the combo.
Catching the backdash. There it goes, and Razzo taking the win over Hotashi.
Razzo, I mean, an incredible 3-0. Yeah, definitely. Let the crowd know. Let the crowd know.
Yeah. Friends to the very end.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well earned from Razzo. Well earned from Razzo.
I'm glad that she went back to Leo. I think that even though the Anji pick could have worked, that's not her character. Point blank and simple. You can try all you'd like to do so, but you're at the stage of the competition. It didn't work that second game. And you have to make that decision. Do you go to the secondary or do you go to the primary? And the primary is the one that has been able to come out on top. It's you that has to get that mentality back. You're the one that needs to be able to say confidently, I can do this. This is what we're supposed to do.
And honestly, if Razzo goes far in this bracket the rest of the way, that match is going to be a key one to point to because it is a confidence booster.
Yeah. This is quite a name that I am seeing right now.
Yo, let's go. Let's go. Starting off with the one we know, the one you just brought up, Diaphone, obviously.
Yep.
One of the best Bridgets, if not the best Bridget in the business at the moment, versus OoeyGooeyChewySnicker. They make the job difficult sometimes.
Yes, indeed. That is quite the case. But Diaphone has been having an incredible run as well. He actually was playing on Friday, so yesterday, and then, of course, playing today in Top 192. That's something to kind of keep in mind. I'm not too sure who sent him down to losers, but, you know, playing really solid with the Bridget. He does have Eno, but I think he's been so focused on Bridget. He's actually been, again, the main person to really dish out the Bridget check. Every time I'm talking to a Bridget player, when they're actually recommending the character, they actually say, look up Diaphone's videos, check out his content. He actually goes ahead and explains quite a bit what happens. So definitely something to keep in mind. And then we have, I hope this is an Anji too.
Goodness.
I really hope. It looks like it's locked in. I love it. I'm so happy to see Anji players come out. It's very funny how you're hearing people say, oh, I see Anjis everywhere now. It's like, yes, we deserve to be out.
Yeah, let the character rock for sure. And it seems like it will be an Anji from OoeyGooeyChewySnicker. You're OoeyGooey from
I was
now
just
on.
going to say, you
You're
are
OoeyGooey.
OoeyGooey.
I'm not even messing around with that one. But, again, like you said, another Anji there. Love to see the character rock. And a Bridget as well. So we're definitely getting a treat here in top 48 for this particular matchup.
I'm curious on how Diaphone's going to handle this. Again, while there are a lot of Anji players out there, you don't really see this matchup too often.
No, you don't. And that's what I always say. Like, when you see an Anji deep into the bracket, it becomes a knowledge check for you as an opponent because the Anji player might know more than you do when it comes to options. So it's all up to how studious Diaphone is. There's the burst early from OoeyGooey.
Yeah, both players now don't have burst. Actually able to get the side switch, but the 2P passes button for Anji. Gonna be able to get the counter hit off of the DP. And then gets the overhead to catch the backdash, goes into the dash cancel of Ko, and we're gonna be able to shatter that wall.
Diaphone with 50% tension does back up. Nothing doing. Cancel with the quick RC into the overhead.
Actually, OoeyGooey using the blue RC to use movement in the air. And Fujin is trying to be that neutral starter. Great to be into the 6H. There goes the red RC and gorgeous.
Fantastic stuff from OoeyGooey so far.
Great 5K. The counter actually in Anji's favor because of that hard knockdown.
First, get off. Diaphone trying to make it work. Long range run was fun through, but too far away to actually punish. Gives Diaphone an opportunity.
Yep, and Diaphone has now a bar of meter to work with, so this is great. Yep, using the overdrive to get the hard knockdown on the wall shatter. This is also Anji's guts, so every damage counts. Quite a bit of damage too to boot. 6P tries to get the close slash, gonna whip and get 2S instead. And this is gonna be a butterfly setup very nicely.
Yeah, YRC for sure. The throw for Diaphone. Red RC keeps it nice and burst safe at the wall. Gets the splat and the finish. Fantastic sequence from Diaphone.
Very dicey too. That could have ended pretty harshly, but Diaphone called it out. Catches the startup on Fujin. There goes the bang grab. Teddy's out.
Set up the yo-yo again. I like this throw pressure from Diaphone anytime OoeyGooey gets close.
Beautiful red RC fast cancel to get the mix on the low. And the wall is shattered. There's not a lot of help to work with.
Yep. Excuse me.
I feel like OoeyGooey is like, let me just throw the far slash, see what happens. But honestly, not a lot of health to work with. That was going to have to hit a couple of times in order to catch Diaphone off guard.
Yeah, absolutely. Certainly, I like the adjustment there for Diaphone. Going to be able to take the first game. OoeyGooey blown up again from Diaphone, just fading back and throwing out yo-yos.
There goes the DP again. Beautiful. I like it. Diaphone has adjusted to catch Fujin either on startup or on the recovery. Really smart.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, there goes that burst getting eaten by OoeyGooey. Gonna use the dust to shatter the wall.
No life for Diaphone. Oh, yeah, absolutely. 2P interrupt. Nice stuff from OoeyGooey. Answering back.
Gonna twirl right on through. That is a regular twirl. And then gonna keep the butterfly pressure going. Gets the overhead. Not buzzing.
Interesting stuff. However, Butterfly Oki again. Good blocks though from Diaphone. Still getting chipped away. Stuck in this corner.
Oh, and Diaphone pressing on the wake-up options, and OoeyGooey going ahead and tying it up 1-1.
Yeah, let's go OoeyGooey. Show 'em what this candy bar lifestyle is like.
I like that you're noticing Diaphone adapting, but then at the same time, OoeyGooey is also mixing up and getting the safe setups for Butterfly as well. That makes quite a difference. But a great RC fast cancel to get the mix-up and actually shatter a wall, and then using the overdrive for the full wall shatter.
Big breaks for Diaphone, cracking the glass, positive bonus, feeling fantastic about themselves. OoeyGooey stuck in the corner. Yeah, I like that. Fight him back. Let him know it ain't sweet. It might be OoeyGooey, but it ain't sweet.
Oh, good job blocking, but not going to be able to get caught. That was going to be a hit that was going to hit on the low. I'm a little surprised that that scaled. I kind of thought that was going to kill in that interaction, but the Anji pecs are quite strong. So.
Yeah, I mean, look, they're not just for show. That's rock solid right there.
Okay, great 2S. It's a preemptive 2S as well. Close slash to get the meaty. Overhead, not going to be able to catch a backdash, but Ko out in full force. No, could have missed an opportunity to do overdrive, but it's okay. OoeyGooey able to steal the round back from Diaphone.
Protein, charge, close slash, is all I've ever seen.
Good block here from OoeyGooey. Tries to avoid swirls in just a little bit. Finding the pace through.
Look at the spin cycle.
Yeah, this is
stuck in the corner. Big counter hit. Caught him getting impatient. Did Diaphone. Yeah, the mix got meter too. You already know what it is. Let him know.
Quite a bit of damage too. And also, Diaphone still has a meter to work with. So can easily mix up. Yep, there goes the fast RC into the dust to keep the momentum. No, that was a first hit combo.
Let me get that. Let me get your burst, sir. The thirst, like even drinking the water. That bottle probably got burst on the other side. We don't see it, but the thirst is there for Diaphone. Up 2-1. But again, it's been a story of adaptation, right?
Yes.
Diaphone makes changes. OoeyGooey comes right back with it.
Absolutely. Okay, great start, actually forcing Diaphone to use his first early. Great 6P. I think that was actually catching a hop, if I'm not mistaken. Another 6P, yep, catching the startup on Fujin. There goes that low, and gets the wall shatter.
With the super Diaphone positive 50% tension for OoeyGooey, but you got to be careful what you do with it. Nothing. I'm not doing anything with it.
Yep. Great pickup.
Set point.
Diaphone's looking very cool, calm, and collected as far as OoeyGooey is concerned. Though, that's crazy. Again, we're seeing the catch on the startup of Fujin. Diaphone's not only being able to catch it, but responds accordingly. There goes the 2K 2D into the butterfly setup. Tries to go for Nagia. This is going to be a full punish. Again, twirling through the yo-yo. Great close slash as a meaty.
Okay, yeah, OoeyGooey, let me know.
Oh no, still getting opened up by the low, but the bar slash hitting into the counter hit. That's going to be a red RC into Ko.
That's one set point defended.
Nope, Nagi has not going to be able to reach that far, especially getting caught in the startup. But the 2P though, catching Diaphone off guard. The DP to create that spacing. Oh, that is a counter hit.
Max distance, big letters on the screen. Diaphone pushed into the corner. Nagahal follow up as well. Oh, yeah.
That was so smart. No, but dropping the hit confirm from the butterfly.
You hate to see it. You hate to see it. Diaphone capitalizing though, setting up the yo-yo, goes for the slump combo, trying to look for a finish. Another slump combo. Last chance for the dance.
What, YRC out? Yup, this is going to be the overhead, the burst, and then into the purple RC.
The burst!
And Diaphone popping off just a slight bit to show that he's still alive in his run.
I got a thirst and it's your burst. I need it. Diaphone, good stuff with the Bridget. And shout outs to OoeyGooey. I mean,
that was
seriously.
So good, Anji. That was a very fun Anji.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Very enjoyable.
Good stuff to OoeyGooey, but it's going to be Diaphone moving on, representing Bridget. And as you said, just an expert on the character. I mean, you saw all the adaptations there from Diaphone against Anji Spin, especially spacing out the normal so that even though spin was happening, I'm in a pretty much a safe range. And as you pointed out, Saki, interrupting Fujin on startup.
Yes, that's key. That is very much an important. A lot of people get really flustered by Anji's pressure, but what they don't understand is one, if you have a DP, that's your biggest advantage against that matchup. DP means everything, not just in between the gaps, but also the fact that like you're going to be able to catch the startup and the recovery in those counter hit states way more often than you think. And then the second thing, of course, is understanding what type of character Anji is. I keep saying it again, even though these buffs probably helped him just a little bit, it's all gimmicks.
Yeah.
Don't let yourself get flustered. Don't let yourself get mixed by the low and the high. You can fuzzy that. You can even interrupt the Ichishiki. Like, there is so much matchup knowledge there, and Diaphone just showed that it's possible even with a character like Bridget. So
Absolutely. And speaking of characters, we got another Jacko coming back up to play Eddventure.
This is Eddventure. Woo!
Yes, yes. Definitely a powerful Jacko player. I spoke about Roundhouse earlier. Eddventure was the winner of Roundhouse. So definitely looking to see Jacko represented. See the flag in the background.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I feel like when we talk about Jacko, Eddventure is one of the players that comes to mind. A great representative. Also has an Anji as well.
Yep, sure does.
So that I'm sure might come into play depending on what the matchup is. But I hear he's been really working hard on the Anji as well.
Yeah, certainly has. You know, it makes sense to have another character there, especially in a game like Strive. Like having that pocket character, whoever you might be, is really important when you get to the upper echelons of competition.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know. As an Anji player, I'm very happy. I'm very happy to see my boy.
Yeah, you got some representation out here. I like to see it too.
And it's interesting because every Anji player plays differently.
That's true.
You see the execution on one, you see the neutral on the other. I love that setup. If only that setup in the last game actually was hit confirmable, like it actually was. That could have been great for OoeyGooey.
Yeah.
But I definitely want to go back into the VOD and see like how that was possible because it was so well done.
Absolutely. Yeah, I really like. I'm gonna be real with you, Saki. I did not expect to see the amount of Anji that we were seeing in top 48 of Guilty Gear Strive, but it's cool to see the representation of all the characters being shown here, and we're gonna see some more representation on
Another Bridget.
Jacko. And yeah, it looks like we got another Bridget locked in. They might be doing a little bit of a button check.
She's not a bad character either.
I mean,
I don't think, even when she released, I didn't think she was a bad character. I think she's very solid. I've always said that she's the better Millia, too, as well.
Ooh, I like that.
I like that. Think about it.
Yeah, I really like that. I'm gonna have to borrow that. I'm gonna credit you. But
Yeah, no,
like,
do it.
That's a really good way to put it.
People think I'm lying, but if you look at it, Bridget's able to do so much mix for without little risk.
Yeah.
She's a glass cannon, maybe.
And the DP.
And the DP to boot, too. Plus a command grab. Like, Millia players are wishing they had what Bridget has. So
That's actually bars right there. I like that quite a bit. Speaking of liking it, we're going to get more fantastic Guilty Gear Strive action. Top 48 loser side. This is a bit of a button check going on. But we might see the Bridget versus the Jacko.
I have seen this matchup not too often, but very few. I have my training partner who actually plays Jacko kind of religiously, and from what I've heard, it's actually kind of tricky because of the yo-yo, and then you're still having to set up minions for it. Yeah, that can get pretty difficult. And again, Bridget's normals can kind of smack minions away a little bit easier than some of the other characters. Yeah.
Too. So I can see it for sure. But here we go, top 48 losers side. Going to be Jacko versus Bridget.
What a character to see in this stage of the game. And again, back then, Jacko bottom 5. I don't know about now.
No.
I really don't know.
Let him lie to you.
If I hear Jacko players downplaying their character after all these changes, I'm gonna need to have some words with y'all after the stream.
Don't let them lie to you whatsoever. Setting up the minions again. Downtown. Eddventure hanging out with a big counter hit on the defense.
Yep, this is great stuff here though for Rock. Gonna actually go ahead and do the fast rush for the cancel. Does have to deal with the minions again. Tries to 6P, but the second minion says, hey, I still exist. Let me come in.
Talk to you real quick. Got this paperwork for you to sign.
Woo, that 2D was hitting from the far extension of the hitbox. That was an interesting combo. Does drop with the dust, able to secure the round.
Eddventure. Like I said, one of the nicest people you'll ever meet until you got to play him on that Jacko.
Brings out Yo-Yo, stops the minion, but Eddventure still able to get out of the corner and escape. And we're going to play some soccer with the minions. Attack coming out, brings out the jump dust.
I love the JD usage here.
Oh, yeah.
Just buying time, let the minions go to work for us and Rock to make decisions that might not be the best. There's the burst early, but again, getting up close in person.
This is the pressure that we know and love from Bridget, actually able to open up Eddventure with the jump dust and then gets the grab. to actually get the wall shatter.
Hanging out from downtown with the minions. Coming through the workers' rights. Eddventure trying to force the distance. Helicopter underworld. BRC. No, I do not want you right to stay away.
I love that blue RC back, knowing that Eddventure was trying to either go for the grab or use that 2P to reach out. Very smart stuff.
Great interrupt. Knockdowns and Yo-Yo.
Yo-Yo is out. There goes the defensive. That's what I keep saying. That is so dumb, but there goes Elysian Driver.
Shield minion definitely.
And you're still able to combo it, but there goes a grab, bringing out the minion, gets the side switch. This is going to hurt quite a bit.
Yeah, Roxy very unhealthy at the moment. The JV fade away. Oh, off the wall minion? Behind the back?
I like that Eddventure is throwing out minion. We saw Nitro use more grab more than anything to set up minion. Eddventure doesn't care. You're in full screen. I know you're trying to bring out Yo-Yo. Here's a minion. Have fun. Yep. Especially minion number 3 with the derpy looking face. This is so the cutest.
Definitely. Minion's fantastic until you have to defend against him. And then the Rock's experiencing a little bit of that lifestyle right now. Eddventure laying down the pressure to jump over the clash. Eddventure certainly believes.
Very nice 6P after. Not going to be able to block the YRC. Backdashes just a little bit to avoid having to deal with the yo-yo pressure. There goes the 2D. Went right under the yo-yo. That was a great opportunity. And this is a wall bounce from the furthest of the screen. And the reset. Yep. On purpose. Just get the reset so you can do the wall shatter afterwards. Absolutely. That was all that damage.
Absolutely. Eddventure calculated right now. Looking to go up early. The 2D. My Halo says hello.
Right, minions are going out. Brings out the attack overdrive. Meaning that this is... You have to hold this. This is all this pressure you have to hold. There is no way you're coming out. You have to use that burst, but no, Eddventure says, nah, this is mine.
Belongs to me. Corporate wants me to, wants you to tell the difference between these two pictures.
The pictures are the same.
The same. They're the same. And right now, all the same going on with Eddventure up 2-0. Big counter hit though. Let's see it, Rox.
Eddventure using the burst here, using the defensive move from the minions. Minions are gone, has to recall. They do that actually on purpose because it is a faster way to recover and keep themselves still safe without having to use meter or minions for that. So that's a very smart thing from Eddventure.
Absolutely. Save that meter management for the minions. Rox with the pressure. Good stand block from Eddventure on the quick RC.
So good. Very much a smart thing. Rox is actually having a tough time trying to apply the yo-yo pressure. Great insta blocks, but still getting opened up by the low.
I like that back step right there from Eddventure. Big count hit again with the 2D. Oh! I need it!
So good!
It's a little, I'm feeling a little peckish.
This could be Chipp. It's all this minion, yep.
Yeah, that's a hard situation. I'm not going to lie to you. But Eddventure in the easy seat, set point, up 2-0. Rock's going to have to wake up just a little bit.
Yeah, the only way you can get out of that is if you have that yellow RC or burst. But this is a great counter hit, using Elysian Driver to actually get the wall bounce. And then the wall shutter, no wall shutter, but still a lot of damage.
That's actually worse.
That's even worse.
Stuck in the corner is Rox. Tournament life on the line. Last chance for the dance once again. You see the minion wait. I dare you to roll. I dare you to try to roll through here. Middle management is in play. Rox eliminated off of the fadeaway minion. Perfect from Eddventure. That was crisp.
That was so good. Wow. What a play. I love seeing it, but I'm also like, this is your bottom 5 character?
Ain't no way.
No, ain't no way.
Ain't no way. I'm not trying to hear it. I'm the picture on with the guy pulling the, I'm good. I'm not trying to hear all that. But what we will be hearing more of is from Eddventure, going to be moving on into through top 48. Good stuff from them. And I'm excited, you know, to see how Eddventure moves forward. Super strong player.
Oh my God, yes.
Just and just has Jacko from the beginning, like committed to the character, which is really cool to see. and has been rewarded as Arxis has touched the character and, you know, kind of increased her potency, increased her power throughout the history through her release.
Great matchup knowledge too. Understanding that 2D can get you very far, counter hit wise. Just aggressive play style too, as well. Honestly, it was just really well done. I'm really happy to see that how that Jacko played. Also showed how well the character can be used. Again, using the recall to keep things safe, where you're already in that next layer. But the thing is that Rox didn't even force that next layer. It was more of Eddventure's like, I just want to get through this so I can make it to top 8. Like, let me just.
It was a very it wasn't fully conservative, but it just, he didn't have to expend a lot, you know, and that was really smart. Like you said, I just want to get through, I just want to move on through, but I'm going to play in a way that optimizes the amount of effort that I have to give for this match. No disrespect to Rox, but when you play through a tournament like this, especially in a 2-day tournament, and you're expecting to go far, optimizing the amount of effort you give per match is paramount.
Absolutely. I 100% agree with you. It looks like we're going to be having a little bit of a word from our sponsor, so definitely take a look.
Be right back.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Guilty Gear Strive Top 48. My name is Saki. I'm here with Maverick. We are still here. We have just come from insane matches. The crowd is hype. I'm hype. Maverick, you're hype.
Oh, yeah. Super hyped for this Top 48 action. And it's only going to get better from here as we start to whittle down and funnel into that top 8 space. We have Chipp extraordinaire Bean up on deck, coming at us with a little bit of Zenith. And this is Slash, international player. Slash and Latif travel together all the time over for gear events. Listen, if you don't know about this character, I don't know, you must have been asleep, but Slash is a great representative of May, and it's going to be, I mean, listen, Bean can make, you can make no mistakes.
No, you can't. Bean, I believe, was, it wasn't CEO Taco, I think it was one of the ARC Revo qualifiers, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So he's already in.
Yeah, yes.
So this is more of just like seeding purposes, honestly.
Essentially, yeah. Yeah, inexperience, right? Like being able to get that matchup going. We're going to let the intros rock, but this will be Chipp versus May. More top 48 action here at Frosty Faustings. Let's get this.
I'm a little bit scared because, yeah, Totsugeki already coming out. Gonna bring the 2K. And look at just those staggers, too.
This animal control needs to be called immediately, but here comes Bean with the chip play. The stagger 2S, of course. No, not today.
And I like that purple RC drift upwards because that's going to allow that bounce up to happen. And then now you're seeing that side switch into big damage wall shatter. Great DP. Good call out from Bean. Does get the grab. This is going to have to be a couple of hits, though, if he's going to be able to break the wall and gain some damage.
As meter, though, can definitely make a convert here if they get a hit.
There
yes, RC.
And able to also stop the burst from happening, so the wall shatter is in effect. Purple RC, a little bit of a poke from Bean's end, but does get the overhead.
The sandals.
The sandals work indeed. Kind of nice, because, you know, it's Totsugeki, so the ocean and
yeah.
And
you show up to the beach ready. Oh, no, I was prepared for this.
A good discipline, though, from Slash, not having to use burst, actually waiting for good opportunities to do so. Does get the counter hit, Totsugeki out. Also hitting the low, and there goes the overdrive into the wall shatter.
Big damage out here for Bean, and more importantly, that positive bonus is going to keep the pressure going. Bean does have to look out for the burst attempt from Slash with the patience, and there it is immediately out to the other side.
Bean still with some positive tension. Oh, but what a great fast RC. Gotta watch your toes against May. She has that slide that may look slow, but it happens. Ooh. Ooh, great challenge from Slash. And gonna be able to actually kill there.
Yo, that was 2 mistakes from Bean and then death. That's the Chipp lifestyle. That's the character you select, so you already know what it is. But Slash certainly not out of it. There's the Totsugeki. Baited out the DP. No safety net.
None whatsoever. I'm not too sure if I agree with the burst, but it does give some space. And this is actually a great way to get Z-Blade out and then into the corner, as Slash is going to have some to hold some of this pressure.
Oh, there it is, the slide again. Saw the sandals on the feet, but like, yo, the toes are open.
Great great throw tech though. Tries to backdash just a little bit, but Totsugeki coming through. Red RC does get the overhead, but no hit confirms coming from it. Yep, chip damage.
Yeah, that's a tough situation to be in. Slash playing really well. I like the movement on Slash as well.
Yes.
Just able to answer Chipp's movement with just navigating the pressure space that Bean wants to be in.
That's something that is very noticeable from like characters that are high movement or high mobility, like Chipp and Millia. You want to be able to keep up with them. Being this like turtle and then getting to hit them once every now and then just doesn't work out, and we're seeing Slash making the adjustments correctly.
Absolutely. Slowly but surely just getting into the right space. A 6HS going to connect, forced out the burst. Bean 2K2B knockdown.
Ooh, good throw tech. The trades, but it has been in favor of Slash, able to continue. Bean finally grabbing the overhead and forcing Slash to use his burst.
Ooh, the dash in. Immediately goes, spinning top as well.
I got hit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real. I got hit. That was a cross up. Let's see if Slash can make it back. I like too the usage of the Dolphin is actually trying to stop Bean from doing backdashes or any form of mobility. There goes the overhead kiss, and this is gonna be death in the first round.
Yeah, Slash working really fast against Bean right now. Already up a game, up a round, looking to go up 2-0. Bean, gotta turn up the tempo. Hard to say that about a Chipp player, but like,
Yeah.
it's true right now.
Oh, 100%. It almost feels like Slash has been able to really control Bean, but now we're finally seeing it. That slight challenge, catching the backdash, that was huge. Stopping the momentum from Bean's side. Oh, but going for a grab was too hasty.
My buddy and me going through the screen, positive bonus. This is what Bean wants. Slash still has burst available. Spinning top again. He waited for it, but yeah, burst safe. Slash
Yeah.
well disciplined like, nah, I'm not giving you that. You can take the round, but I need this burst.
Noticing too that Bean had the resources to do so. Bean's going to be very close to getting his burst back as well. Something to kind of keep in mind. Great just block though. Oh, that was a punish. Again, take this anchor. They're just going to slam it on the ground.
That anchor weighs a whole lot. May is actually like thematically uber strong, but speaking of strong, Bean calling out the strength of 3.
This is a great hard knockdown situation. Tries to go for the safe jump. Okay, blocking the overhead. Oh, I love it. The whip Totsugeki into the overhead kiss. First fading. And Bean going down. Slash up right now, 2-0.
Slash looking real good. Got the pirate hat on and everything. Like, yeah, committed. Fully committed.
I think what we need next to Slash is a Dolphin
Oh,
plushie.
absolutely. Absolutely.
I got the Dolphin plushie, and I just look at it and I'm like, you are the bane of my existence.
Can't stand you, but you're very cute, so you get to stay.
You are lucky you are cute enough and at least not driving me too nuts up the wall, but it's fine. It's all good. But with Bean, I think it's really trying to maybe slow it down here. Are we going to see the Leo, or are we going to see a different character?
Yeah, Bean's cycling through. Might just be taking their time as well, just kind of recollecting.
Yeah, we're going to go back to Chipp.
Yeah. Especially
slow-
against a character like May. Like, I like slowing things down outside of the match, too.
Yeah, yeah. What's crazy is, like, what's the advantage of slowing things down against Chipp, right? He's supposed to be this character that is high mobility, just fast-paced action, but then how do you handle slowing down your own game plan to then contest against May, who's been really on point with your mobility and movement?
Yeah, that's a great question that Bean's going to have to answer here to be able to start to gain some ground. But Steel Team 6 comes out, DP whip, nobody home, forced out the merge. Does have the corner now.
Yeah. Opens up quite a bit, tried to fade out the burst, but wasn't able to, still got hit by it, and resetting some of these staggers. Great just blocks to prevent having to guess.
Ooh. That was tricky. Good block from Slash. Does get hit here, though. Bean trying to make some coffee.
There goes the drift red RC upwards, and not going to be able to get the full hit confirmed, but this is great. Oh, but the DP and then the counter hit from it.
I like this one team here, keeping the pressure nice and steady. What a defensive button there from Slash, and the finish with the 6 heavy slash.
That's the thing. It's the fact that Slash is just catching Bean off guard. every single time. Oh, that is a Totsugeki into the overhead kiss. You're gonna have to hold that.
Yeah, the whole thing.
This damage. No, it's the Orca.
Sizable William coming out, splashing down onto Bean, sending him through the glass. Positive bonus, force slash. This is looking rough. Set point.
Bean has to be careful. Went for the low, still got pushed back though. Totsugeki into the overhead drift. Better see.
Disgusting stuff.
You can't burst that. That's practically burst safe.
Yeah, that was a checkmate scenario. And Slash showing why they are one of the best, especially on May.
Wow. It's tragic. People champ Bean going down, but again, he's already placed. It was more for experience, making sure that there was the adjustments and all that good stuff. But my God, Maverick, what a insane top 48. I'm sweating, I'm gonna be real.
Yeah, like I feel like I was playing out there and I definitely wasn't, but that means that top 8 is all solidified and we are going to take a very short break before we get to it. However, before we go, Saki, I must say it was an absolute pleasure being able to commentate with you. Shout outs to everyone who was tuned in. Top 8 of Guilty Gear Strive here at Frosty Faustings 15 will be coming in a few. I've been Maverick.
I'm Saki Sakura. Thank you so much for tuning in and make sure to stay tuned for top 8.
Peace and love, everyone.